Guys, how are we feeling? It's one day before the day. Wait, hold on. I think I'm hanging on. 1 second, 1 second. Yes, guys, one day before the day. How are we feeling? Feeling nervous? No, man. No, 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 no. We're not about to do the nerves thing. We're not about to do the nerves thing. No, 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 no. All right, I'm going to ask again. How are we doing now? Now that we're not doing the nerves, supposed to feel better now. So how are we doing now? How are we doing now? All right, there we go. Confidence. That's what we're talking about. Confidence. Confidence is the key. There we go. Confidence, confidence, confidence. All right, guys. So as usual, just going to start off with a quick prayer. And then after that, we'll just jump right into the paper one. We have three. Not Ruthana. I like that answer, Nastasia. I like that answer. That's what I'll do right now. Yeah. Crunch time. All right, let's do a quick prayer. I'm going to walk brave in the exam room. That's the motive. That's the motive. Let's do a quick prayer. Father God, we thank you for another day. We thank you for life. We thank you for bringing us here and those on their way, hasten their footsteps. Mighty God, I just ask that today's session will be productive and everybody will feel confident for the exam. We're asking for success, nothing less than victory, because we know that you will help, guide, protect, and shield. In your name we pray. Amen. Guys, let's get cracking. Are we ready? I want to say yes, I'm ready. I want to hear, yes, I am ready, so we can start. All right, almost 90. Yeah, all right, good, excellent, excellent. Here we go. So we're gonna get things started with 2011. Let me zoom in a bit so you guys can see a bit better. All right, 90 of you guys are here. Wow, y'all came out today. All right, let's go. So after we do these 3 papers, I honestly didn't intend on doing this session today, but I know that you guys would have really liked it. Are we doing any paper 2? What I'll do, I'll try to go over some general tips as it pertains to paper 2 at the end of the session, because as I said in the group, there's not much I can really offer for paper 2 because it's really, you guys are going to be writing it. But I can offer some general tips as to how to approach them and so. But again, why I focus heavily on paper 1 is that summary as well. Yeah, man, I'm gonna show you guys how to do the summary as well. So don't worry, we can go through some stuff in paper 2. All right. So don't worry about that. I can definitely run through some paper 2 stuff, some general tips and guidelines as to how to attack the paper, because again, I feel that you guys are ready, but I just want to unlock your confidence. Again, I don't necessarily feel as if it is anything difficult, the paper. I don't foresee it being difficult. Tomorrow, I just only want to see the group. Yes, sir, we'll kill it. We'll match it up. Easy, easy. We're moving on. All right. So let's not waste much time. We have a long day today. I'm willing to go as far as you guys are willing to carry me, because remember, I'm not going to be doing much speaking as it pertains to the answers. I just want to hear from you guys, and you guys are going to be telling me. Yeah. So let's run straight to it. So as I said, the first thing that we have to do is to read the instructions. Good. How long is the paper 1 exam? I don't know if they changed it over the years. Anybody remembers or no?
1:30.
1 hour 30. And you have 60 questions. Good. So that's in total 90 minutes. You have 60 questions. So 1 hour 30 minutes, 90 minutes. Yeah. So you don't really have a lot of time to waste when you sit in the exam. Good. You'll be quite surprised as to how fast, or paper 2 is 2 hours 40. Okay, all right, cool. Thank you, Harper, and everybody. Right, so as I was saying, you don't really have much time to waste in the exam. Every minute counts, every second counts. So my advice for sitting the paper 1 first is to read the instructions carefully and take your time when doing the questions. Yes, you might see the question repeat, because I can guarantee that there more than likely will be repeats. But again, what I implore you is to spend time, read the instructions carefully, ensure that you understand what you're supposed to do first, and then you start answering the questions. Yeah. Again, there are many answers, and the paper is designed normally to kind of throw you off course. So please take your time. Don't rush the answers. Even if you have done the question before and you've seen it in a past paper, it's no need for you to rush. Just take your time same way and answer the question, because you want to ensure that you maximize on your marks as much as possible, because where you might fall down in paper 2, paper 1 is supposed to help you out. Yeah, and your SB as well. So you have nothing to fear. Good. Let's get right into it. For 2011. So the instructions read, each sentence has either 1 or 2 words missing. Choose from the 4 options the word or pair of words which best complete the meaning of the sentence. Mark your choice on the answer sheet. Mark your choice on the answer sheet. So let's go. Though the boy's misdeeds were well known, the blank parent refused to punish his son. What are we saying?
Lenient.
B.
B.
Yes, sir, lenient.
All right, so lenient, I saw C. but it is in fact lenient.
B,
You
sir.
know that, right? The answer is in fact B. Lenient normally speaks to having some sort of mercy, so that's the best answer that would have been for that, right? So B would have been the best answer. Good job. Number 2, to conceal his true activities, the spy quickly blank a plausible excuse for his presence there. What are we saying?
A.
Fabricated.
Fabricated.
A is fabricated.
All right,
A.
guys, you'll go through this paper swimmingly. He blanked the invitation to the party when he remembered the examination for which he had to blank.
Refused.
C.
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 I'm hearing
C.
C and I'm hearing A.
C.
C.
All right,
C.
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 The answer is in fact C. Someone said A. Let me tell you why it's not A. He accepted the invitation to the party when he remembered the examination for which he had to invigilate. And we all know who an invigilator is, right? So again, it's not the best answer that would have been here. So as well as accepted the invitation, you wouldn't necessarily accept an invitation if you have an examination the following day. So the best answer, as you all said, would have in fact been C. All right, let's look at 4. Some children, although health conscious, are usually blank to blank diseases. What are we saying? I'm seeing
C.
Mm-hmm.
C. Are we saying C?
C.
All right,
C,
susceptible
C,
to
C.
infectious diseases.
C.
Great. Yep. The new owners will be asked to carry out the plan as far as possible and will be expected to blank the policy of cost reduction approved by the board. What are we saying here?
Implement.
D. D.
Implement.
Implement. Yeah.
D.
Sounding good. We're sounding good. We're sounding good. So it is in fact implement, right? Good job. Let's look at this now. Now, each sentence is followed by 4 sentences. Choose the one nearest in meaning to the original sentence. Be sure to read all 4 choices before you select your answer, and then mark your choice on the answer sheet. All right? All right, let's look at 6. After the football match, the Trinity High School won. There was much jubilation among supporters, but a dozen fans were injured. Read them carefully, guys. Again, with this section, you have to read all the choices before making a selection. Good? It is important because, as I said, they designed these to specifically throw you off. So please remember to read all choices, all 4 of them, even if them sound whack. Read all of them and then you make a choice. Good? But don't spend too long though. So what are we saying for this one?
A.
D. D.
I'm
D.
hearing A, I'm hearing D. A sounds best. A, D. All right, let's go through A and D.
A.
All right,
D.
let's look at them. All right, so we've eliminated B and C through process of elimination, right? And guys, everybody know what process of elimination is? Because it can definitely help. Normally, process of elimination is when you go through all the possible answers and say which one it cannot be, right? So we've eliminated B and C, so we're going to focus on A and D, right? So let's look at A first. A dozen fans. I want the one nearest in meaning to the original sentence, right? A dozen fans were injured during the firstly, when you're looking at it, read the sentence, read the original sentence again. Good. After the football match that Trinity High School won, there was much jubilation among supporters, but a dozen fans were injured. What we want to know is that after the football match, the Trinity High School won. We want to ensure that is in one of these sentences. And something about the dozen fans being injured. So let's see. A dozen fans were injured during the celebrations after Trinity High School football. Trinity High School won the football match. Good. All right. Let's go at D. Trinity High School won the football match, causing jubilant supporters to injure a dozen fans. Are we seeing the deviation here? Let's look at it. Now, it was after the football match that there was much jubilation. What's another word for jubilation?
Celebration.
Celebrations, enjoyment, right? Stuff along that line. However, what the sentence did not say is that the jubilant fans, the jubilant supporters injuring the dozen fans. Understand what I'm saying? So essentially, as I was saying, as a result of them winning, it didn't cause the jubilant supporters to injure fans. what happened is that as a result of the jubilation, a dozen fans were injured. Are we understanding what I'm saying? Making sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So the dozen fans were injured. A dozen fans were injured during the celebrations after Trinity High School won the match. So that is why A would have been the best answer here. Right? So again, read through all the answers carefully and match it up to what the sentence originally was saying. Right? Don't add on anything to this section. Don't say, oh, this was supposed to be in there, so let me add it on and select that answer. No, you'll get it wrong. Select the sentence, what? Nearest in meaning to the original. Good? In other words, what is the best sentence that I can use to say the original sentence instead of the original sentence, right? Let's get number 7. The government's newfound wealth, the government's newfound wealth, oil, became the salvation of the country's economy. Read through and select the best answer.
A.
I'm hearing A. Chrissy says A.
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 Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yep. A is indeed the answer. That would have been the best one. Again, you see how they added something about mineral resources here, nothing in relation to the original, right? So again, ensure that, and this talks about non-producing nations, nothing about that, right? Again, C would have been the closest to after we eliminate the other two, but again, it never said anything about it increasing the economic benefits to the nation. No, it's talking about more economic recovery. So this one talks about saving the nation's economy. So that would have been the best one, A. Yeah. Let's look at 8. His books are interesting and provocative. Provocative. What are we saying?
His books are appealing and stimulate discussion.
All right. Let's see. All right. Let's see if anybody agrees. And does anybody agree?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
See, and also what we have to also look at. Many persons said back then they said A, and why it couldn't be A, although it would have stimulated some excitement. The original sentence gave 2 adjectives, so again we have to try and match it up back to the same 2 adjectives. Hence, it would have been C.
C.
You understand? All right, let's look at 9. The West Indies could have won the test match if Lara hadn't fallen ill suddenly. What are we saying for this one?
A.
B.
B.
As in
B.
boy.
B.
Sir, B.
B.
B?
Yes, sir, B.
B? Exactly, B is indeed the answer. All right, let's look at number 10. So engrossed was he in the task that he did not hear his sister enter the room. What are we saying for the others?
D. D.
Sir, D. D as in dog.
D as in dog?
Yeah.
Sir.
All right. So not have any problem with it then. All right. So again, let's read the instruction for this one. Choose a word or phrase that is closest to the opposite in meaning to the underlined word or phrase.
I'm grateful for.
Let's read 11. Let's read 11.
C.
We found her appreciative of the help that we had given her on this matter. What are we saying for this?
C.
C. C.
Is the
Yeah,
best one?
C.
And why C?
C.
Because it's the opposite of appreciating.
Exactly so. We're looking for the opposite, right? So ungrateful for would have been the best opposite here. Let's look at number 12. While the employers approved of his work habits, they objected to his radical views. What are we saying for that one?
Conservative.
Conservative?
C. C.
C.
C, sir.
C.
C.
Which one?
Sir. Conservative.
Conservative is the answer. Exactly. Good job. At the sound of the bell, the lower forms were reluctantly. The lower forms went reluctantly back to their classrooms.
Willingly.
What are we saying?
Willingly.
All right.
Willingly.
Exactly. 14. The guest speaker's address was devoid of humor. What are you saying for that one?
Full of.
Full of.
Exactly. And 15. As a result of the available evidence, the landlord was apprehended.
Release.
Release.
All right. So we're going through this, man. We're going through this nice. All right. Some of the following sentences are unacceptable because of inappropriate grammar, spelling, idiom, or vocabulary. Some sentences are acceptable as they stand. No sentence contains more than one inappropriate element. Select the one underlined part that you feel is inappropriate and choose the corresponding letter. If the sentence is acceptable as it stands, choose D. Mark your choice on the answer sheet. All right, 16.
Among.
The answer is among.
You and I.
Someone says C.
Yeah,
The
yes.
The answer is B.
And I.
Which one?
Among.
Should
B.
be you and I.
It's
You sure?
it's
C,
Sir,
sir.
I think the answer is B.
Among. B. Sir,
Among,
B.
sir.
it's B because it would be between.
Yes, sir, be between.
Mhm.
Let's see.
B,
All right.
Sir, so you and me sound all right?
In this case,
In
the you and me is fine. However, the among is the wrong one here. So it would have been between. Between speaks to one-on-one relationships. So in this case, it would have been between you and me. Right? Are we seeing it?
Yes, sir.
So the among refers to more than one, right? But between speaks to one-on-one relationships. Are we seeing it?
Yes, sir.
So B would have been the answer here. Good. One of the admirable characteristics of the young is that they are not easily scared. What are we saying for 17?
No error.
D.
No error, sir.
Are you sure?
No
Is
error.
it they are?
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Is it they are?
Yes, sir. D.
Why do you say if it's they are? What's the subject of the sentence?
Young.
That's the problem. What's the subject of the sentence, guys?
One of, sir.
What's the subject of the sentence? What's the
The
focus of the sentence? What's the focus? The characteristics. The characteristics here is the subject of the sentence. That's what the sentence is talking about, the characteristics. Hence why it's are, which is correct, right? And the young here so is fine. The is fine as well, right? So what's the answer? What's the answer here? Sorry.
D. No
They
error.
are.
No error.
They are.
All right.
Sir, which one?
Which one? What are we talking about?
Number 17.
No error. No error.
Oh, okay.
Fine.
C and I
No
know
error.
D.
No error. Let's go 18.
A.
In a house, Mr. Biz
A,
was
sir.
Nepal.
That how.
That's how. Right?
Yes, sir.
That mean right. So we just take out the that and the sentence is perfect as it is. So the answer is A here. Let's go 19. When you are compiling the estimates for recurrent expenditure, do you include breakages? Do we
I
have an
think
answer
it's
for 19?
B.
B,
Sir, I would
sir.
say B.
Sir, because it doesn't, I don't think recurrent is spelled correctly.
You don't think recurrent is spelled? All right. So recurrent is only spelled with one C. So B would have been the answer here.
B.
Let's look at 20. It is my privilege to give you some advice concerning proper nutrition.
sir.
What are you saying?
Sir, it will be
B.
the advice to
It's
be
some, so instead of
B.
All right.
advice, should be
A,
advice.
B, and C.
Yeah, so we know advise is the verb in this case. The one is the S, and the advice, the C is the noun. So want the noun for this one. All right. All right, who wants to read this for me? A bad day. Read the following poem
Yes, sir.
carefully and then answer
Sir.
items 21 to 30.
Sir.
Go ahead.
A bad day. I cannot smile today, nor be pleasant today. I do not like people today, and particularly hate children today. Today I am sad. Today I am mad at everybody and everything. I hurt today. I can't love today, nor see beauty today. I wish the wind away. No, I can't be happy today. I look down the future today and begun to die today.
All right, excellent. But again, normally want to read these twice. Yeah, it's good to read this twice. So give me another volunteer. Thank you for reading. Give me another volunteer. Dora, go ahead.
Miss, right. A bad day. I cannot smile today, nor be pleasant today. I do not like people today, and particularly hate children today. Today I am sad. Today I am mad at everybody and everything. I hurt today. I can't love today, nor see beauty today. I wish the wind away. No, I can't be happy today. I looked down the future today and began to die today.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you both. All right. Which of the following is not true of the poet? What are we saying for this one? 21.
D.
Not true.
She cannot be sad today.
D.
Dog.
D. D.
B is in fact the answer. And how can we justify this? And when we look at line 5, today I am sad. So that is the answer for that one. 22, which of the following best describes the poet's mood?
Melancholic.
Melancholic.
Everybody
Melancholy.
know, all right. What does melancholy mean?
A. Sad.
A feeling of sadness, right? A feeling of sadness. So A would have fit perfectly there. 21 was D. She cannot be sad today. The direct opposite. 23, the word particularly line 4 is nearest in meaning to. Let's read line 4. And particularly hate children today.
Especially.
Especially.
C, yes. 24, which of the following is an example of alliteration?
C, sir. Wish the wind away.
Wish the wind away.
You know, I can't understand how you guys say about how we're doing already. When I talk, sir. You know, just answer the question. 25.
You already.
Regardless, no, but it's good that you have the practice. Nothing to worry about then. 25. The poet repeats the word today for what?
Emphasis.
C. Emphasis.
Emphasis.
I look down the future today. Line 14. An example of?
Metaphor.
Personification.
Metaphor.
Why not going good, man? The words nor see beauty, line 10, mean that what?
Appreciate life.
Appreciate life.
B. Appreciate life.
The tone of the poem can best be described as
Depressing.
very depressing. 29, the poet began to die, line 15, probably because
B.
Future events did not
future
occur.
did not
B.
Yes, B as in boy. The poet's intention is to
Tell us of her unhappy condition.
B. Express her hatred of
no man, it's D.
D.
Because all right,
on
we want to look at the intention, right? We want to look at the main intention. So yes, it also shows that shows her well. It doesn't show all totally encompass her dislike for children. There was only one line that suggested this. However, there are multiple lines that told us of her unhappy condition. Good, and the speculations for the future. So the best answer, as everybody has been saying, it's D. Good. All right, let's move on. All right, let's read this one. It's another long one. Anybody, any volunteers, any takers? Any takers? No takers? All right, go ahead, Rowan. Oh, wait, I'm here. Go ahead. Was that Christian or Brittany?
Yes.
All right, go ahead, Christian.
The moment Albert stepped outside, Carnival hit him, and his heart grew big, and he felt a softness flow over him. And on the street, the steel band and masqueraders were assembling. The months of practicing and sewing and painting and building were flowing together in the stillness of the morning under the eyes of women and children who had awakened from sleep and dressed hurriedly to come out and watch their band, to see their people, to admire them and cheer them, and to accompany them, to tramp the pavement while the masqueraders occupied the streets as a sort of guard right into Port of Spain. It hit him, the red and black and gold and green, the colors and the feathers and the satin and the people's faces, with the look in their eyes and the smell of cologne and face powder, and the smell of grease and the look of wonder on the children's faces, and the little fellows with sailors' caps on, and what reverence and what awe, as they alone in the whole world had the real eyes to see the real thing, to see heroes, to see giants, to see gods. And watching, fascinated by it all, as if he were seeing with the boy's eyes, Aldrich felt a tallness and a pride, felt his hair rise on his head, and full of brimming with furious tears, Aldrich felt again the fierce love and hope that he had doubted in himself, felt again a sense of mission, felt that yes, there was a place here for him, and there was something to say yes to, and people before whom and on whose behalf he could dance the dragon. With a strong, piercing scream, he stepped into the street, his chains rattling, his arms outflung, his head lolling in a slow, threatening dance of the beast, and saw that the people of the hill turned to him, recognizing him, and said, "Yes, yes, that is dragon."
Yes, that I really like this poem, guys. It's a really nice, well, not poem, this story, I should say. All right, here we go. 31. The words "hit him," lines 1 and 8, are repeated to emphasize
The excitement of Carnival.
The excitement of Carnival.
The excitement of Carnival. Excellent. And his heart grew big, line 1, means that Aldrich.
Felt a great pride.
Felt a great pride.
Lines 2 and 3, question 33 of the extract suggests that the preparations for Carnival entail a great deal of
Hard work.
Excitement.
D, hard work.
I'm hearing
Hard work.
big and if flow over him, and on the street the steel band and masqueraders were assembling. The months of practicing and sewing and painting and building were flowing together in the stillness of the morning under the eyes of women and children who was awakened from sleep. All right.
Sir,
So what are we
sir.
saying here?
Hard
Hard
work.
work.
All signify hard work.
Hard work? I'm more leaning to hard work. D. D is in fact the answer. The repetition of "and" in line 3 of the extract is intended to show. What are you saying for this one?
Excuse me,
Intended to show?
The continuous nature of the activities involved in preparing.
C.
Anybody agrees with him?
excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
What is 31?
30? Which one?
1.
31 is A.
31. Okay, thank you, sir.
So 31 was A, 32 was B, 33 was D, and 34 now is? What are you saying?
C.
The continuous nature of the activities. I agree. Let's go 35. Women and children dressed hurriedly. Lines 4 to 5. It suggests that what?
No one wanted to miss the spectacle.
B.
I agree.
No one wanted to miss the spectacle.
No one wanted to miss the spectacle.
I agree. I agree. Let's look at 36. What reverence and what awe, line 11, reveals that the spectators were
Bewildered.
Captivated.
I'm hearing A and I'm hearing D. What does bewildered mean?
A.
Huh? What does bewildered mean?
Frightened.
Anybody?
They were confused.
Bewildered?
I mean,
It more means confused,
Yes, sir. And they weren't.
right? Captivated, however, it means like it attracts your attention. And that is what we're kind of talking about here. Being captivated by the spectacle. Yeah? So I think D would have been the better answer here. Right? Let's look at 37. The reaction of the people to Aldrich's dance was one of what?
B.
Recognition and approval.
I'm hearing D and I'm hearing C. What are we saying?
C.
C?
C.
D?
B.
Excuse me, sir. Could you repeat 36 answer, please?
36 was the D as in dog. 37. What are we saying?
C.
C.
D, C. I'll pick one.
Recognition and approval.
C. So they're recognizing him and the approval. So it would have been C. Yeah. 38, the last sentence of the extract, lines 17 to 19. It gives the impression that Aldrich's dance was intended to be
A. Frightening.
frightening,
Frightening.
Amusing.
amusing,
C. Surprising.
what are we saying? Let's look at line 17 to 19 quickly. 17, 16, 17. All right. Felt that yes, there was a place for him, for place here for him, that there was something to say yes to, and people before whom and on whose behalf he could dance the dragon. What are we saying?
Frightening.
Intended to be?
C.
More
He said he
amusing.
stepped with us strong.
More amusing. More amusing at that. I'd say amusing, not necessarily frightening. Yeah, so understand that a dragon itself is normally frightening, but in this case, they're more amused at the fact that, you know, the dragon was doing all the dances and so. Remember, we're focusing on Aldrich's dance and not necessarily the dragon costume itself. Yeah? The dance was intended to be amusing. You seeing it? Let's see, would have been the best answer. 39. In describing carnival, the writer makes use of the senses. Which one was not used in the extract?
Taste.
A.
Don't remember seeing taste in there. So taste is in fact the answer. Good job. Another long read. Who volunteers? We're going through this rather quickly. All right, go ahead. Thank you.
Celestial Island is not just for tourists. Many from neighboring islands find themselves hopping over. Many from neighboring islands find themselves hopping over to Celestial Island during a long weekend for a quick and enjoyable escape. That is because people know that this tiny isle has so much to see, so much to do, and so much to offer. All the leisure time you have during your stay can be spent in so many different ways. Maybe you would prefer to spend your holiday sleeping in late into the afternoons, awaking to be served a scrumptious breakfast in bed, lounging around the pools or beaches, basking in the warm sun, souvenir shopping, or mingling with the locals and acquainting yourself with a new and fascinating culture. With so many different things to do on the island, your choices are endless. There are so many engaging ways to experience the pleasing sights, sounds, and scenery of this island paradise. Sightseeing, though, is by far one of the most fun and dynamic ways of learning about all that Celestial Island has to offer. A nice alternative to the typical travel itinerary with scheduled times for specific activities is to do what comes naturally here and take it slow, stop as you go, pull over at lookout points and rest stop for an eat and a drink while chatting and admiring some extraordinary places of interest. The most developed areas of Celestial Island are relatively modern, with numerous trendy hotels, a few resorts, and scattered modest guest houses can be found, in addition to the international airport. Along the Caribbean coast, there is seemingly infinite stretch of white sandy beaches, which is a favorite with tourists. Blisstown is a vibrant and scenic capital and port that is the hub of all the island activities.
All right, thank you so much. Here we go. Let's look at the answers. Again, as it pertains to reading this again, I really don't suggest doing two reads. And why I say this is because of time. If you realize that you have blazed through the top part, by all means you can read this again. But again, we have to remain time conscious because I think you have another two or so pieces down here. Exactly, you have another one or two down here. So again, just read it slowly. Make your jottings. I don't know if you can write on the question paper, but I think you probably can. Or they'll give you supplementary paper. But just make your tiny jottings, or if needs be, and just begin to answer the questions. Yeah. So what is the writer's main purpose in this case?
A.
What are you saying?
A.
Inform readers about Celestial Island.
Or B.
Describe the important features. I'm hearing A, B, C, and D. You guys have to pick one.
A.
A.
Yes, sir.
C, yes, sir.
C.
C. I would have leaned more to C, because we think about it, you're trying to use a lot of description, you know, some sort of persuasive language to tell you that there's so many engaging ways to experience the pleasing sights. It kind of sound like me want to go that too.
Sure, C, I answer.
Right?
C.
C, yes, I agree with C. Encourage visitors to visit the Celestial Island. C. 41, which of the following does the writer use in the attempt to arrive? So look at this now, guys. Look at this, and this is very key. This 41 gave us the answer to 40. How did they do that? Tell me. How did 41 give us the answer to 40?
Persuade.
Exactly so. They told you how did the writer in the attempt to persuade. So we already know that it can't be just to inform alone, and not necessarily only for description, but more under the encouraging lines. So because I'm talking about persuading, they already told you that yes, the writer was attempting to persuade. So it can't just be mere information and description, but encouragement. So C would have been the answer. So let's look at 41. Which of the following does the writer use to in his attempt to persuade?
What is the answer, sir?
What are we saying for 41?
C.
Sir, C, statistical data.
Statistical
C?
data? Which short?
I think it's B.
No,
Where?
it's,
All right, show me the
Is it
statistical
strong
data.
language? Is it strong language?
it's
A,
opinions. A B.
Yeah, it's A.
A
I'm
or B.
hearing all four of them. I
Sir,
want
A.
one
A
unique.
or B.
A?
A or B.
Fox.
A or
A.
B.
All right. Let's look at what. All right, is opinion. Let's look at B. Opinion. Show me where the opinions are. Let's highlight them if we see them. See any opinions? Guys, see any opinions? Yes, no, maybe so.
No, sir.
So it can't be opinion.
I think it
Are we,
was most
let's see the
fact.
statistical data. Let's look over the statistical data. Are we seeing any stats? Any
No,
numbers,
sir.
any figures?
No,
Any
sir.
according
Yeah.
to?
It's
Can't be that
facts.
then.
No,
Are we
sir.
seeing any strong languages? Are they using a lot of exclamation signs?
No,
to
sir.
indicate?
No,
So
sir.
it can't be strong languages. So that is how we eliminate them, guys.
Nor bold words, sir.
So we're not exactly, we're not seeing any bold words, we're not seeing any italicized words, no underlined words. So again, facts would have been the best thing. He said that that what?
Wait, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, but if it says there's so many engaging ways, I mean that's the person's view of what it is. If I go there, I might not find it engaging.
Exactly. It's not really
Which one?
facts.
So like it says there's so many engaging ways. So that's like the person who's persuading you, that's their view of the place. But if I go there, I might not find it enjoyable.
But
So
the
it could be an
ways are
opinion.
there. The ways that
Hold on.
he's in there engaging, they are there.
Hold on. I might have misread this one actually. That's a good shout. Hold on. I'm not as a tourist.
Like they're saying it is really nice,
Mhm.
but I might not think it's nice.
Still maybe. Oh, you know, honestly, I stand corrected. That's a good shout. I stand corrected. And that is why I love when you guys engage in it, because I misread this one. When you look at it, and that is why I wanted you guys to present the opinions. Oh my God, I really didn't see this. That's a good show. Good call. Because again, here they talk, there are so many engaging ways to experience the pleasing sights, sounds, and scenery. Sightseeing, though, is by far one of the most fun. Again, it might not be the most fun to somebody else. A nice alternative, again, it might not be the best alternative. So yes, indeed, it's actually opinion. Yes, I stand corrected. Thank you for that, Nastasia. I stand corrected for that one. B is the answer. Yes. That is true. Are we all seeing it though?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir.
You guys not seeing it?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Who's not seeing it? Tell me.
I feel like it's facts because majority of the passage is talking about the facts about the place as opposed to the opinion. The one
All right,
opinion.
show me the facts though. Show me the facts. Yeah, all right, what we have to do when looking for that as well, you have to find the evidence in the passage. Yeah, have to find the evidence. All right, so show me the facts in this opinion, in this.
Sir,
And most of the facts. So you have to point out that it's more facts than opinion. So show me that. Yeah.
With everything, for instance, it serves as scrumptious breakfast in bed in every description of the actual.
Show me the line. What line is that?
Line 6.
6. Okay.
Line 17 to said the most developed area in Celestial Islands are relatively modern with numerous trendy hotels. Few resorts, scattered modest guest houses can be found in addition to a international airport.
What did the sentence start off with?
Most developed areas.
No, man, no, this one. The same one that you're talking about the scrumptious breakfast thing.
Or maybe you prefer your hotel. But sir, I'm saying that all the descriptions are facts, like they might talk about the facts of the place.
It is true. However, what did the author use? Right? We have to understand, what did they use? Right? So in your attempt, all right, let me put it in a better way. An author can use facts in a persuasive manner. And also an author can use facts in an opinionated manner. In this case, look at it. Yes, we understand that, yes, they will bring the food to you. Yes, and that's a fact. However, what they use here is maybe you would prefer that. Am I making sense?
Sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I stand with opinion because opinion is the most outstanding in this.
And that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They're not there like opinion.
And that's what I'm saying, because when we look at it, a nice alternative, as they always as line what this 13 starts off with. Again, they're talking about, from their point of view, that would have been a better alternative. They also talk about Celestians are relatively modern, right? So in my view, it might be modern, but in Nastasia's view, for example, it wouldn't have been modern. So we have to look at how best they use the persuasive technique in this part of it. Yeah. So I understand. Who was saying? Was it LeBron? No, Dora, I think it was. Was saying that yes, they presented some facts, but again, the facts aren't as standout when you compare it to the opinions. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
Am making sense? Something with more facts. All right. Yeah. Have you ever read like a like an encyclopedia or like a news blog or something? Yeah. Have you ever seen that? Like a newspaper post or something? It's just facts. Or if a piece about the ocean, I'm telling you all about the ocean, that would have been more facts. You understand what I'm saying? That's a more fact-based you know, piece when you compare it to this one. Yes, and look how them even start out. Celestial Islands is not just for the tourists, but whoever. Again, that's their opinion. So it's more opinionated than fact-based. Are you understanding what I'm saying, Dora, and everybody else?
Yes, sir.
I stand corrected on that one. Good,
Yes, sir.
good. Look, Nastasia. The advertisement is intended for what? What are we saying here? Intended for?
A.
Holiday makers.
A.
I agree. A.
A.
Holiday makers. The repetition of the words so much and so many in paragraphs 1 to 3 serves to?
It says the variety of attractions on the island.
D?
B.
D.
D. I'm hearing D.
B as in
Any other
boy.
answer?
B.
B as in boy?
Yes, sir.
Why is
Boy.
it B?
So much
Let me
and
hear
so
you.
many. To emphasize the variety of attractions on the island.
All right. Again, this is where I want you to not take it literally in this sense. We understand so much and so many as emphasizing words. Yeah. But when you look at the persuasive techniques, it's more to convey the writer's excitement about the variety of things.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying? So yes, those words are normally used to bring general emphasis. But in this case, it's not necessarily only to bring emphasis, but as well as convey the writer's excitement about the variety of things. Yeah. So that is why. LeBron, did you read everything? You read A, B, C, and D, or I can be truthful because it happens sometimes. You read
No,
everything?
sir.
You see what I'm saying? We have to read all of the options first. Once you read all of the options, then you more have a clear-cut decision, because normally, especially these, they normally have two answers that are close. Look at 40. Persons were saying B and C. Look at 41, A and B. You understand what I'm saying? So they normally
Yes,
have
sir.
two close answers and two answers that are off. So again, look for those two and look for the other two as well that you can just put aside. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. 44. Which of the following expressions best sums up the experiences on Celestial Island? What are we saying for that one?
A.
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 Mm-hmm. I agree. 45. Which of the following is most suitable? The most suitable description of the island.
Before you move on to 45, please bring a bit more clarification as into 44.
44. Okay. Which of the following expressions best sums up the experiences on Celestial Island? In other words, what out of this list is the best to summate all the experiences? Understand what I'm saying?
A.
So engaging ways, not necessarily. I comment here, Victor. Engaging ways not necessarily doesn't summate anything really. Nice alternative. Not all, it doesn't summate all the experiences and what comes naturally. Just a plain Jane sentence. Expression. Victor? Victor, go ahead. Victor, you have a question, or your hand just raised accidentally? Okay, so I'm gonna lower your hand then. Okay, where are we now? 43 is A, I think. No, 43 was D. 43 was D in this case. Yes, D. Good job. All right, 45. Which of the following is the most suitable description for the island? What are we saying here? Most suitable
Island
description.
Paradise.
Island Paradise?
A. B.
B. What year is this? 2011. And then we're going to go to 2012 and then 2018. All right. I'll read this one for time.
Sorry, is it B?
Yes, it is D. No, B. B as in line 11. That one. B. 45 was B. Okay. So read the following passage carefully and then answer item 46 to 50 on the basis of what is stated or implied. It has come to the attention of the ministry that certain misinformation is being circulated about the ABC land program. We therefore think it is necessary to publish the following information. The first phase of the ABC land program is in progress. Before being given a card, persons will be subjected to means testing administered by the Ministry of Social Development over the next 3 months to confirm their eligibility for the program. After this process is completed, low or no income persons who are interested in participating in the program will be notified via the media to contact the ABC Secretariat at 800 ABCD, that's 2223, or its sub-offices. The relevant addresses and numbers will be published subsequently. Contrary to information appearing in the media, the ministry states categorically that all citizens who are considered valuable and are experiencing grave difficulty because of low or no income to obtain basic food to feed themselves and their families will be eligible to apply for participation in the program, subject to a means test and or home visit. Vulnerable persons may also be referred to the ABC program by government social workers. The ABC Secretariat can be contacted at this time for further information about the program or to report queries which may arise with the use of the card. The ministry thanks those persons who have expressed an interest in participation in the program and asks for your understanding and support as we complete the first stage of distribution. Before being given a card, number 46, persons have to, what are we saying?
Undergo means test.
D. Undergo the test.
D.
Work at, I'm seeing A and I'm seeing D.
Undergo a means test.
Undergo a means test. Yes. So before giving a card, line 3. Yes, D. Line 3, before being given a card, persons will be subject to means testing administered by the Ministry of Social Development. So they're not supposed to be working at the ministry, but undergo a means test. 47. People who are eligible to apply for the card are
Low or no income persons.
Low or no income persons. Excellent. 48. Members of the public who need information about the program may contact
The ABC.
The ABC Secretariat.
The ABC Secretariat. The passage is most likely A.
Press release.
Press release.
Excellent. Press release. It is most probable that the writer of this passage is
A press report.
D.
An official of the Ministry of Social Development.
What are we saying? I'm hearing B, I'm hearing D, I'm hearing C. All right, let's talk about it. It has come to the attention of the ministry that certain misinformation is being circulated about the program. We therefore think it's necessary to publish that. What are we saying? D? D?
Yes, sir. D.
Sir, C.
Why you say C? I want to hear why you say C. I want to hear why you say D. So, all right. So we're taking out A and B. So let's.
Because it kind of give like it come from the decks of the ABC Secretariat. So more than likely the secretary write it.
Interesting. An advocate for D. Who is saying D? Mm-hmm.
Sir, because in like the first line, the person said he has come to the ministry's attention.
Mm-hmm. So
That's why I think it's D.
that's why I think it's D. I am more on the lines of C because a secretary normally publishes and writes these things, right? Yes, I understand that because remember, the ministers don't necessarily write publications. Yeah, that's not the role of the secretary. The secretary has all the information, all the pertinent information that would have been, well, the secretary would have liaised with the minister and then wrote it and then published it. So I would have been on the C train with everybody else, not necessarily unofficial. And the thing also why I highly doubt D, it's because unofficial is rather general, like it's really general. So I mean, if they said the minister of social development, I don't understand again, but I'm more leaning to C, the secretary. Good. Mr. Lopez. Dear Mr. Lopez, I strongly believe that our school should organize a girls' soccer team, and I am not alone in this belief. After conducting a survey among the way I should have read the instructions, read the following passage carefully and then answer items 51 to 60 on the basis of what is stated or implied. Where was I? Dear Mr. Lopez, I am strongly believe that our school should organize a girls' soccer team, and I am not alone in this belief. After conducting a survey among the junior and senior girls at our school, I found that 50 girls would be interested in trying out for a soccer team. To discover how similar teams have worked out at other schools, I have talked to Miss Young, the girls' soccer coach at Fairfax High. When I asked her how the team has benefited the girls at the school, she said, the girls on my team have become close friends. They help each other with everything, homework, personal problems, she added. Their grades have improved. They've become better all-round students, and that's always good for a school. A soccer team would be of equal benefit to all the girls at our school. Just like the girls at Fairfax, many girls have trouble making friends. A soccer team might help them to adjust to school life. Moreover, it would be simple to start a soccer team. I've already talked to my fellow gym teacher, Miss Jordan. She is willing to take on the responsibility of coaching the team. The question of where to practice isn't a problem either, since the playing field isn't usually used after 3 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays. All we need, what do we need? I think a part is cut off. I think it says all we need is your permission or something to that effect. Okay. 51. Trying out line 6 means the same as. Wait.
C.
Okay, I'm seeing C as well.
C.
Okay, excellent. C. The purpose of the first sentence in paragraph 1 is to suggest that the writer's point of view is
shared.
Anonymous.
A.
I strongly believe that our school's soccer team. What does unanimous mean?
Unknown.
Unknown.
So is it unknown?
No, sir, it's more likely shared.
It's shared.
Sir, I don't think that's the one for unknown.
Unanimous means that
the one for unknown would be anonymous.
RD.
Starts with an A.
Unanimous means to be in
Fully
full
in
agreement. So it means that you're united, in other words. However, I do in fact agree that the answer is A. It's shared. The writer's view is shared. Not not anonymous, you know, guys. Not anonymous, but unanimous. That's a different thing, right? Unanimous means that you're in complete accord, right? However, shared, well, anonymous is unknown. So we don't want anonymous, we want unanimous. However, that's not the answer. The answer is shared. Good. A is the answer. 53. What did the writer do in order to discover how similar teams worked out at different schools? What did they do?
Spoke with an official at another school.
Are we all in agreement with that? But agree?
Yes, sir.
Sir, what
All
was
right, good.
52?
52 was A. 54. Which of the following is a statement of opinion? What are we saying for that one? Opinion?
B.
B.
Sir, A.
Are we all in agreement?
A, sir.
A.
A.
A is the answer.
A.
The soccer team would be of equal benefit to all the girls at our school. A is the answer. Right? Which of the following is not cited as a benefit of a soccer team?
Team competition.
55?
D.
Keen competition. That
D.
wasn't a benefit. Yes, D. Mr. Lopez, to whom the letter is addressed, is most likely A.
School official.
School official. C.
Exactly. Paragraph 3 implies that the establishment of a soccer team at the writer's school would
Reveal how difficult it was for girls to find friendships.
Which one?
B.
Paragraph
D.
3. Let's look at paragraph 3. 1, 2, 3. A soccer team would be of equal benefit to all the girls at our school, just like the girls at Fairfax. Many girls have trouble making friends. A soccer team might help them to adjust in school life. So what are we saying?
A, sir.
That sounds more like it.
A, sir. A.
A is the answer, yes. 58. All round students, line 16 to 17, are students who are?
Good in academics and co-curricular activities.
D.
Sounds good.
D.
Sounds good.
D.
The main purpose of the letter is to?
A. Sir, 58 is C or D.
58. 58 was D. 59.
B. B.
B.
Somebody said A, and I don't know that somebody read through all of them because you answer quick. Remember to read through all of the possible responses before making a selection. Heavily. What are we saying the answer is?
B.
I hear B. Everybody agrees with B?
Yes, sir.
I agree as well. The answer is B. 60. Which of the following techniques does the writer use to support her argument?
D.
1, 2, and 3.
What's the answer? Anybody?
1, 2, and 3.
1, 2, and 3? I agree. So she cited the evidence. She quoted the expert, which would have been the other gym teacher, and she highlighted the advantages. Any questions about this paper? Let's move on to 2012. Jumping right in it, guys, because we have a lot to get through today. Here we go. In items 1 to 5, one word is underlined. Select the
Sir,
word.
are we going to do paper 2?
Huh?
Are we going to do paper 2?
Are we going to do paper 2? Yes. I want to do 20. All right. what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna do 2018 instead of 2012. And then we just jump into paper 2. Or do you guys want to do all 3 and then paper 2? You guys tell me. All 3 and then paper 2?
Then paper 2.
One more and then paper 2.
Sir, please do paper 2 as soon as possible.
Sir, one more than paper 2.
One more and then paper.
One more and paper 2.
Sir, the 2018.
Just 2018 alone and then going to paper 2?
Sir, the
2018 and 2019.
I'm hearing, all right. One more in paper 2 or, yeah, you know what?
No, we have to go sleep for exam.
That's what I want. That's what I
Sir, we can do one more paper 1, sir, then a paper 2.
Our recent year paper 1.
That's 28. All right, we'll do 2018 and then paper 2.
Sir,
Yeah?
we can do 2019.
It's 2019, sir.
Oh, Jesus.
2019, sir.
All right, so 2019?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Let me pull it up. 1 second, guys. Okay, are you guys seeing it?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, so for the sake of time, I'm not going to read the instruction, but you guys are to read the instructions. Good. But we're just trying to find the word opposite in meaning. Good. So we found their appreciative of.
Ungrateful for.
C.
Ungrateful for.
Ungrateful for.
Their actions showed that they were firm in their rejection of the new law.
Acceptance.
Acceptance.
Yeah, constructive criticism is neither appreciated nor encouraged by some of our peers.
B, negative.
Unsatisfactory.
D.
I'm hearing D and I'm hearing B.
Negative.
What are we saying?
B,
All right.
negative.
What does unsatisfactory mean?
Not good enough.
Not good enough. Good, not to a certain standard, right? Constructive normally means something that's positive. Yeah.
So B.
So we want the direct negative, well, the direct opposite to that, which would have been the negative. So that answer is B. 4, They always displayed a lackadaisical approach to their studies, so no one was surprised at the results. What are we saying?
A. Keen. A.
Keen? Okay. As a result of the available evidence, the accused was apprehended and no further action was taken.
Released.
B.
Released, yes. Now we're trying to find each sentence has either one or two words missing. Choose on the four options, the word or pair of words which best completes the meaning of the sentence. What are we saying? After 2 years of probation, he was blank in the job because his employer found him to be a blank worker.
C.
After 2 years, he was.
E.
What are we saying?
C.
Answer D.
It can't be D because he wouldn't have been employed if he was unskilled.
Also A.
C.
I'm hearing A.
And C. Confirmed and
C.
indicated.
Exactly.
A.
It's confirmed. And no, it can't be A because if he was resigned, he wouldn't have been an efficient worker. So the answer is C.
Excuse me, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I really don't see all confirm coming in, sir.
Through process of elimination. Well, here it's not. These aren't the best words. However, from all the other options listed, this would have been the best answer. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so yes, confirmed is not the best answer, but well, best word to use in the answer, but that's the best option that they gave us. When parents display a blank for one child, the others are likely to feel blank. What are we saying?
D as in dog.
Mm-hmm. 8, blank. People are likely to be afraid to take risks in life.
Cautious.
C.
Cautious.
Mm-hmm.
C.
Yep. 9, the journalists were impressed by the blank of the statesman whose speeches had a profound blank on all who heard them.
Eloquent.
B.
Huh?
Eloquent.
Eloquent. Yes, B. Mm-hmm. Are you trying to blank that all along he knew the plot of the oath the committee?
D.
Insinuate. Somebody said C. Did somebody say C? Okay, we're moving on. Each sentence is followed. All right, so we know this. Okay. Each sentence in the section is followed by 4 sentences, A, B, C, and D. Choose the sentence nearest in meaning to the original. Read all 4 sentences before you choose your answer. Number 11, much is being done to develop tourism in our country by providing good hotel accommodations and facilities.
C.
Huh?
C.
C. What's the answer, guys? Everybody?
C.
Okay, yes. Mm-hmm. So engrossed was he in his task that he did not hear his sister enter the room.
D.
D?
Dog. Or D.
Or everybody saying D?
Dog.
D as in dog. He was so preoccupied with what he was doing that he was unaware of his sister's entry. Why not C? His sister's entry did not attract his attention because he was enjoying what he was doing.
Sir, he was enjoying what he was doing.
Sir, him being engrossed in what he was doing does not necessarily equate to him being enjoying it. Sorry.
Exactly. Good job. 13, John told his parents in no uncertain terms that he was going to university as soon as he left school.
Excuse me, sir, what's the answer for number?
C, sir.
Wait, hold on. I'm hearing 2 things. Anisha, what were you saying?
What's the answer for number 12?
D, as in dog.
Okay.
All right, number 13. What was the answer? I'm seeing C fly in the chat. John made it quite clear to his parents that when he left school, he would go to university immediately. So C is the answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 14. The bright colors of the bird distinguished it from the others flying across the pale sky.
C.
D.
No, sorry, D. D. D.
Where am I? The bright colors against the pale sky.
14.
Before, so if I take it a bit longer than I normally do, because it's a newspaper. All right, hold on. The bright colors of the bird distinguish it from the others flying across the pale sky. The pale sky made the bird. Are we debating between C and D?
No, sir, D.
No, well, no. What are we saying the answer is?
C.
All right, C and D are okay. So the pale sky made the birds distinguished, particularly the one with bright colors. The bright colors against the pale sky made the bird stand out among those.
Sir, isn't it B? The answer
Someone
is
says
C.
D. The pale sky made the birds noticeable while flying at the no, it can't be B.
D, sir.
Because remember, the original sentence highlighted one specific bird, right? All right. The pale sky made the birds distinguished, particularly the one. It can't be C, guys. The answer is D.
D.
It's D.
Yes. Answer. Why is it? Why can't be C? It didn't talk about the other birds being distinguished, right? So the answer is D. All right, 15. I cannot understand why you have done this, since you tell me that Mark means a lot to you.
A.
A.
Yes, sir.
A.
A?
Yes, sir.
Tell me that Mark means a lot to you. He cannot. You tell me that although Mark means a lot to you, Mark cannot mean a lot. All right, yes, answer is A. Okay, some of the following sentences that are unacceptable because of inappropriate. All right, we all know this term. 16.
B, sir.
We could
B,
reach.
sir.
B. Hey, was somebody stopping me? Hold on. Door, what are you saying?
B, sir.
Oh, you're answering. All right. So what was the answer, guys? Everybody?
B, sir.
B, sir.
Yeah.
Should be
Because
nor.
it's neither nor, either and or.
Exactly. 17. I believe that if his attitude improves, the general performance will also improve.
No error.
No error.
A.
D,
Someone
sir.
saying
No
A?
error.
No error.
No error.
Exactly. No error. Yes, good job. 18. So not feeling well at the beginning of the journey and sitting at the front of the car made her feel worse.
D.
D, sir.
D, sir.
B.
No error.
I'm hearing B, I'm hearing D. What's the answer?
D.
D.
D as in dog, right?
D.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Wait, I'm hearing a C as well. I want to clarify that. Anybody who was saying C? Please don't go quiet now. Oh, you're saying B. Somebody was saying B and C. Tell me why you were saying B, Natalie. It's not B.
Sir, which number you at, sir?
18.
Sir, right answer for 17.
D.
17 was no error.
18 is C.
18 is no error.
So 17 and 18 is no error.
Yes. 19, overcome by fear, I ran past my home without realizing that I had done so.
A. It's the wrong past.
Sir, question.
Talk to me.
In what context would you use that past?
Huh?
What context would you use that past?
P-A-S-S-E-D?
Yes, sir.
All right. That pass means to achieve, like to achieve something. In that case, so like how you say, I passed my examinations.
Oh, cool.
That's how you use that past. Yeah?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The better of the two athletes claim never to have used the dangerous drugs. Huh?
B.
Which one?
Claim.
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 Yes, it should have been. What should it have been?
Claims.
Yes, exactly. Each of the sentences in this section has one underlined word. Choose from the 4 options the word which is nearest in meaning to the underlined word. So it's possible to rectify the error.
Sure, C, correct.
Correct.
Good job. The bank teller indicated that her account was dormant.
Inactive.
Exactly. Good job. The news story revealed the swallow of the old prison cells.
D.
Filthiness.
Filthiness, exactly. 24, a citizen is expected to show complete allegiance to his native land.
Loyalty.
Respect.
A.
Loyalty.
I'm hearing respect. I'm hearing another.
Loyalty.
Loyalty, sir.
Loyalty. When them say them pledge allegiance, it's synonymous to loyalty. For the first time in a decade, the company disclosed a deficit in its accounts.
Shortfall.
Shortfall.
Shortfall. Looks so. Fine. Who wants to volunteer first?
Me, sir.
Buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
Taste of endless fruit. When a shingle kite is left in evening sky, and I stand black against its saffron, pulling in the night covers with a shingle thread, I think of you. When chickens search the warmth of a hen's wings, when bats break a calm lake like scissors on a warm fabric, where a lone fisherman waits alone on the hill, I think of this. I think of you.
Thank you. All right, where are we now? There's a single kite, line 1, left in the sky, most likely because
It is the last.
Late.
it is late.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
The kite flies are asleep. I can't bother. 27. Which aspect of the sky does the poet focus on?
Its color.
Its color.
Huh?
C.
It's
C.
It's color.
It's color.
Yep.
Sir, can you repeat 26, please?
26 was A. 27 C. Samar, you have a question? All right, that was an error. Where are we now? Where are we? 28. Of whom is the poet most likely thinking of?
Someone
Yep. 29.
Sir, what's 28?
28 is D.
B.
D. Dog. Someone he or she loves. When bats break a calm lake like scissors on a warm fabric is a exactly. Good job. The poet speaks of each of the following except
C.
C, sir. It only compare. Never
C.
say C, sir.
Yeah.
C.
Are we sure?
30.
Yes.
C.
Okay. 31. Which of the following literary devices is used in line 4? Black against saffron.
D.
But in agreement with assonance?
There is indeed A.
Contrast.
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 What are they contrasting?
The black with
saffron against the black.
saffron.
Sir, metaphor?
I'm not sure.
And saffron mean bright colors.
Saffron is a bright color, you know, sir.
Exactly.
And it said black.
And then black, so those are opposite, so they are contrasting each other. Black and then bright colored is opposite, so that's contrast.
I understand. All right. Black against its saffron. I was thinking of assonance. The use of the A. Black against saffron. The contrast, so you know.
Sir, what you say is assonance?
You know what an assonance is? When the repetition of the vowels.
Oh, so you would have talked about the A.
That's what I'm trying to differentiate.
Sir, that would be like alliteration.
Yes, but alliteration is normally used with
the first letter.
Yeah, the first letter as well as not so much vowels. Like Peter Piper, people pick up
more than the assonance.
Yeah, I'm realizing black against its saffron. Yeah. Okay, contrast. I'm agreeing with the contrast, but I'll double check this question. Somebody please put in the group, please, so I can double check it, please.
So, sorry, we get, but this question was repeated, sir, because the last paper we went through, sir, and we did this exact question. It was assonance.
It was assonance?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's assonance.
All right, but I'll double check it though. I'll double check it same way.
So which paper is this? 2019?
2019, question 31. Yeah? Okay,
Sir,
the
I
poet
did this question already and it's contrast.
Exactly, a contrast.
Okay, all right. I'll go with contrast. I'll go with contrast for this for now. I'll go with contrast. The poet's intention is to?
Dog.
D.
D?
D.
D?
Yes, sir, D.
Okay. Which word best describes the poet's tone?
Nostalgic.
Nostalgic. All righty. All right. Are we ready to read? Somebody?
Sir. She had always been a small woman, short, light-boned, delicately structured, but now under the white hospital sheet, she was becoming tiny. I thought of a doll with huge, fierce eyes. There had always been a fierceness in her. It showed in that angry, challenging thrust of the chin when she issued an opinion, and a great one she had always been for issuing opinions. I tell people exactly what's on my mind. She had been fond of boasting. I tell them what I think, whether they like it or not. Often they had not liked it. She could be sarcastic to people in whom she detected evidence of ignoramus or the fool. It's not always a good policy to tell people what's on your mind, I used to caution her. If they don't like it, that's too bad, was her customary reply, because that's the way I am. And so she was a formidable woman, determined to speak her mind, determined to bend those who opposed her. In that time when I had known her best, my mother had hurled herself at life with chin thrust forward, eyes blazing, and an energy that made her seem always on the run. She ran after squawking chickens, a knife in her hand, determined on the beheaded that would put dinner in the pot. She ran when she made the beds, ran when she set the table. One Thanksgiving, she burned herself badly when running up from the cellar with the ceremonial turkey. She tripped on the stairs.
Whose mic is that? Can you check your mics, please? Whose mic is that? Whose mic is that? Nelia? No. Dijonay? Dijonay, can you please check him? All right, let me just see. Oh, wait, no, it wasn't Dijonay. Was it Dijonay? All right, continue reading, please.
She ran after squawking chickens, a knife in her hand, determined on the beheading that would put her in the pot. She ran when she made the beds, ran when she set the table. One Thanksgiving, she burned herself badly when running up from the cellar oven with the ceremonial turkey. She tripped on the stairs and tumbled back down, ended on the bottom in the debris of giblets, hot gravy, and battered turkey. Life was combat, and victory was not for the lazy, the timid, the slugger-bed, the drugstore cowboy, the mush mouth afraid to tell people exactly what was on their mind, whether people liked it or not. She ran, but now her running was over.
All right. The mother's thrust of the chin, line 4, is done in. What are we saying?
Defiance.
Somebody agree?
C.
Everybody agree? Yes? Defiance?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
The son cautioned his mother about telling people exactly what she thought because he
B, sir, thought others would be offended.
Thought others would be offended.
36. Why does the writer choose the expression a formidable woman? Line 13 to describe his mom. Line 13 says 10, 11, 12, 13, and so she was a formidable woman, determined to speak her mind, determined to bend those who opposed her. What? Nobody?
Sir D.
Dog, sir.
Dog? What does formidable mean? You have to understand that, sir. What does formidable mean?
Intimidating.
Huh?
Intimidating. A is the answer, sir.
Sir A.
A is the answer.
He's intimidated by her. Intimidated by her. 37. What does "in that time when I had known her best," line 14, say about the mother-son relationship?
A.
Sir A.
A.
Sir, go back to line 14.
All right, let me go back to line 14. In that time when I had known her best, my mother had hurled herself at life with chin thrust forward, eyes blazing, and an energy that made her seem always on the run.
A, sir.
What are you saying? A? Someone says
Sir.
A?
Sir, is it B?
Sir D.
B? In
What
that
does it
time when I had known her best. That what?
C, sir.
Sir.
C.
Huh?
C. Cat.
Yeah, see. That always had a close relationship. Known her best. What literary device is used in line 14 to 15? My mother had hurled herself at life.
Sir, repetition.
Repetition, I'm hearing.
Repetition.
Irony.
Huh?
Imagery.
Imagery.
Sir, was answer 37?
37 was C. And 38, no, what was saying? I'm hearing repetition and imagery. My mother hurled herself at life.
Imagery,
the answer is in fact imagery. Right, you can visualize her hurling herself at life. The behaviors the mother finds contemptible include
laziness. Sir, go back up. Let me find the paragraph for show you. Don't see it there.
Where is it?
Life was combat and victory was not for the lazy, the timid, the slugger-bed, the drugstore cowboy. That whole thing, sir.
All right. So what's the answer 39 now? What's the answer?
D.
All of the above?
All of the above. Excellent.
So what
The
was
incident
38?
38 was imagery, B. The incident at Thanksgiving shows the mother's own attitude to be one of
hastiness.
Everybody agrees?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Let's look at 41. Okay, 41. The final sentence of the extract implies that the mother has, what are we saying?
So let me see the final sentence.
Final sentence of the extract. Here it is. Life was combat and victory was not for the lazy.
She ran, but now her running was over. Go down, sir. Hey, what is it, dog? 41.
41. Died leaving the sun to reminisce.
Yes, sir. D.
But now her running was over. That is saying like she's not there.
Which one? Here no, this is the last sentence now.
So look at the first sentence, or like the first paragraph.
The first sentence. First sentence of the first paragraph. This one, she had always been a woman, a small woman.
Yes, sir. Did it say she died? It just said she was in hospital.
Which one? It's saying the final sentence implies that the mother has what? Let's look at it.
Lost her physical strength, but because it didn't say that she necessarily died, it just said that she was in. Oh, never mind. She died. She died. She died. She's under the white hospital sheet.
Yep, and again, that's where they trick you.
Yes, sir.
But it says she was becoming tiny, though.
Huh?
It says she was becoming tiny. So
where is that?
After it says under the white hospital sheet, she was becoming tiny.
She's always been a small woman, short, like one. There's always been a fierceness in her. But we're looking at the final sentence, though, of the extract implies that the mother has lost her physical strength, but now her running was over.
Sir, D.
Dog, me, sister.
D, sir. Because basically they sound like have a nostalgic reminisce, basically.
But now her running was over. I'm leaning to D.
B.
Hurt her leg in the hospital. C. What is way too little. Lost her physical strength.
They're all of them they're off.
Yeah, those are
A, B,
off.
and C off.
And also it also says implies. What does it imply? Yeah, I'm under the lines of D. Oh, another big one.
Sir, D or B?
D as in dog. Dog.
Okay.
All right. I know this paragraph all too well. Who wants to read from it?
I'll read it.
All right, go ahead.
At one time, if you wanted a picture, you had to paint or draw it. Tourists took sketch pads, not cameras, on vacations. Cameras are a lot quicker and easier to use. Have you ever wondered how they came to be? The first camera was used in the 16th century and was so large that the artist sat right inside it. The huge camera obscura, as it was called, was a clumsy instrument. It worked on the same principles as our cameras today. A tiny hole in one wall admitted light. On the opposite wall, an image was projected upside down. The artist would sit inside the camera and trace the image until the picture was done. In the 1800s, A demand for quick and inexpensive portraits led to the improvement of this camera. Many inventors contributed to the improvement of the image and the camera itself. In the 1700s, the German physicist Johann discovered that an image can be made by exposing silver salts to light. The problem was that the image did not last. The first permanent image was obtained by Joseph Nicephore, a French physicist. He exposed a metal plate to light, then engraved the image onto the plate. The earliest actual photograph still in existence was made in this way in 1826. It is a view from Niepce's room, and it took 8 hours to expose. A partner of Louis J.M. Daguerre invented the first practical photographic process, exposing a silver plate to light. He made an image that did not have to be engraved. Instead, he created the image by using chemicals. After his invention was announced in 1839, modern photography took off. The camera has come a long way from its beginnings. It is now possible for anyone to use a camera and get good, clear photographs. The inventions that made this possible are the result of many different minds working on the problem. First, to get the image, then to make the image permanent, and finally, to make the process practical. Next time you see a snapshot, remember the achievements of those early artists and inventors.
Excellent. Thank you, Ashley. All right. This passage is primarily based on, what are we saying?
Facts.
Facts, sir. A.
Everybody agrees?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So do we see the difference between the facts-based passage and the opinion one that we saw last time?
Yes, sir.
All right. 43. The words principles, line 6 mean the same as?
Shall I go to line 6?
Line 6.
Moral standards.
It worked on the same principles as our camera today.
Principles. All right, line 6.
Instructions.
Let's look at it.
See, sir, it
worked on the same principles as our cameras today. Moral standards.
Laws or precepts.
Huh?
Laws or precepts.
Laws or precepts?
Yes, sir.
What are precepts?
Jesus.
What are precepts?
Sir, you can go back up to line 6, please. Let me read it.
Line 6. It worked on the same principles as our cameras today.
A tiny hole in one awl at the headlight. On the opposite wall, an image was projected upside down.
Or isn't precept a synonym for principle?
Precepts are like rules.
Yeah, guidelines.
It's precepts, sir. It's dog.
Rules
Huh?
or precepts.
It's dog, sir.
But when you think of a precept is like a general rule that's intended to regulate behavior. So it's not necessarily, it's more similar to moral standards, really. But
Sir,
that is not the answer.
This is a simile of principle is precepts.
All right.
Sir, B.
B is the answer. B as boy. And why it is so? Let me tell you. We're not supposed to use, there are two different meanings for principles in this case. We understand principles, scroll up please, line 6 here. It worked on the same principles as our cameras today. When we think of principles, we normally think of guidelines, we think of rules, we think of norms, we think of, as I said, moral standards. However, it's not the same principles as you think it is for this. This principle speaks about if instructions were there, perfect. However, it's not. So in this case, the principles would have been norms, yeah? And the norms for this case wouldn't have been the norms as in rules norms, rather the instruments that would have been used to build the early camera. Am I making sense?
Yes, sir.
You sure? Everybody understand what I just said?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
No,
All right.
No, sir.
All
Sir,
right.
in that context, what does principles mean? Because you said it's like,
In?
yeah.
Sir, I want to say something, sir. If you go back up to line 6, go back up to line 6, and we read the thing that has principles, but we don't finish in it, sir. A tiny hole in one wall admitted light. On the opposite wall, an image was projected upside down. So those are the principles, right, sir? So
See? Those are it?
repeat.
Yeah, repeat what he said.
So that's said you read those things with it, sir, so you can get a better understanding of what they're talking about, right? Sir, so when I come right here on Google and say, what is a precept of a camera? It says a camera lens takes all the light rays bouncing off the wall and redirects them to a single point, creating a sharp image. That's why I say it means precept, sir.
What is the precept of a camera? Wait, all right. Tell me what you search up on Google, because that to me just a precept is normally.
Type in precept of a camera, sir. If you scroll down, you see what is the working principle of a camera. You see it there. A camera lens,
all right.
like bouncing around.
Yeah, you can scroll up to line 6, please.
All right, there it is. When we think, all right, I know why Google is giving you that. And it might sound crazy, but in this case, I don't think Google understands what you're trying to say. Hear me out. A precept, by definition, is what? Can somebody define a precept for me?
A general rule or law.
That speaks to what? Specifically.
Behavior.
That speaks to?
Behavior.
That speaks to behavior. The same like a law. The same like a moral standard. All of those are behavior-based principles. That's what we know as that type of principle. But in this case, it's not necessarily talking about that principle, meaning behavior-based things. What we want here are the principles. If specifically they stated rules, instructions, I would have selected that. However, when I think of a precept, it is a moral standard or something that regulates behavior, right?
Yes.
What they want.
All right, when I finish, sir.
No, what were you saying? Let me hear what you're saying.
No, when I finish, sir. When I finish, continue.
I was saying here, line 6, the author used principle in a different way from how we interpret it. Yeah? We understand principles as I just said, guidelines, standards, morals. However, here, it doesn't necessarily mean the camera has morals, values, standards, behavioral standards. He's saying here that the camera, in this instance, started off at an early age using laws and precepts interpreted slightly different in terms of it. In physics.
Sir, I want you to explain how you get the instrument. Is it because they say the huge camera obscura? Go back up, sir.
All right, let me.
It was a clumsy instrument, so that's why you choose instrument as principle.
So it's more under. All right, someone said something about physics. Someone said something about physics because I don't know if laws and precepts are different are used in physics because I don't know physics. But what I'm are you guys understanding what I'm trying to say though? In this
I
instance,
understand, sir.
because when they refer to a principle, it's normally for in this case a principle is not necessarily a behavioral standard, right?
Could it be like a base or like
Am I just overthinking this? The word principles mean the same as, but you see, because they make reference to line 6, I'm trying to wonder if they want you to use it in terms of how the author used it rather than the general principle. All right, for now, use D. Yeah, for now, use D, but I'm going to look back at this question because.
Sir?
Ashley?
No, sir, it's not Ashley. When we think of principles, sir, we think of like general things that kind of like govern like how a person like operates, right? Like it's something fundamental that runs something. So when you think of the principles of a camera, wouldn't it obviously like go back to, since the passage was referring to that, it was the same thing that was used in the cameras that we use now, that was used then. Like it's a fundamental principle that allows for the taking of pictures. So wouldn't that be like?
So what would it be to you?
Yes, sir. And that's what I was trying to explain, but you just explain it better. That is a fundamental principle, sir.
All right. So what would it be? So what would the answer be to you then? D? That's what you're saying? Guys?
Yes, sir.
So you're saying it's D? Neela,
Yes,
you saying the
sir.
same?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That would be the most suitable answer because you can,
Yeah.
like, moral standards for taking pictures, it doesn't really align. And leaders, I don't understand that. Instrument, it's not necessarily, well, it's not necessarily an instrument that is used, sir. It's just like a principle, like a fundamental thing that results in the taking of pictures.
Yes,
I
sir.
would say it's
If you're going like, if you go back to line 6, you go back to line 6, sir. And this is how I was looking at it, sir. So when I say a tiny hole in one all admitted light, on the opposite wall, an image was projected upside down. That's just like the fundamental principle of you getting the picture. So it will come up on the camera. So that's why media say precepts.
All right. Yeah. Let's use laws or precepts because I think I'll just doing it a bit differently, a bit more literal. But D works. D works. Let's use D. 44. The writer used an exclamation mark at the end of paragraph 3, line 15. Here, it's a view from Neil Peace's room, and it took 8 hours to expose. In order to do what?
Scroll back down, please.
Line 15. There it is. Answers.
Boy, sir. Boy.
Sir, create an effect of shock.
Create an effect of shock, yes. The events of the passage are recorded in
what you call
Is it in the 1800s, in the 1700s, in the 1800s? Go back down, sir, to the question.
go back to the answer.
45. Logical order, yes. According to the writer, modern photography took off lines 18 to 19 when? All right, let's look at 18 to 19. 18, 19. After his invention was announced in 1839, modern photography took off. When what?
C, sir. Yes.
C, sir.
Yes.
C.
Yes, which of the following is most suitable? Is the most suitable title for this passage?
The invention of the camera.
Camera and its development.
Development. D as in
Development. What are we saying? Camera and its developments or the invention of the camera?
No, sir, the invention of the camera. B.
No, sir, dog.
Remember what the most suitable.
It's a title, so I would have been B.
Show you how it improve over the years, how it advance in modern society. So it's developing, sir.
We want the most suitable now. So yes, we understand that there were instances of the invention of the camera reference. However, no, especially the last part, is the next time you see a snapshot, remember the achievement of these early artists and inventors, right? So yes, we understand that the invention of the camera was mentioned. However, the most suitable would have been D, the camera and its development. 46 was C. Oh, Jesus. Any takers?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Sharona.
This is an open request to try find who is the brain behind traffic management in Paolo. Does anybody know? I have tried traffic branch, not them. Highways, not them. Planning and development, not them. In fact, nobody wants to take responsibility for certain decisions and the mess that results. For example, Mission Road was made one way, north to south. Great idea. It worked with no traffic jams. In fact, many people were charged for going.
I don't
Gabriella. Sorry, continue, Sharona.
In fact, many people were charged for going the wrong way up a one-way street. Then suddenly it's back to two-way and traffic for so. Same is true of Stoke Street. Somebody changed the stop sign at the corner for a few weeks. Then they changed it back. Nobody knows why. But the best is Celestial Road in St. John, which is Wrecker Heaven. Somebody made this road, which apart from Broadway, is the widest street in Paolo, a no parking street, either side, anytime, and the wrecker is profiting from this. There are 4 major office buildings on this road, all of which provide underground parking for staff. So some, usually the lower paid, have to park elsewhere, and these are the persons whose cars the wreckers is taking away all day, every day. Again, the small man suffers. Oh, there is an exception. If you have a Canadian High Commission sticker, you can park and the wrecker will not touch your diplomatic car. Maybe we could all become diplomats. Then again, the 2 narrowest streets in Paolo allow parking. The Lena Street of Abbey Lane, you can hardly pass. Who is the brain behind this mess? It seems the more cars we put on the road, the less parking somebody wants to allow. Who is this brain? No doubt a small man with a big, big car who has no name.
All right, excellent. All right, guys, give me 1 second. There are others who want to join from the YouTube. 1 second, guys. 1 second. All right. 48 in the meanwhile.
A, sir.
B.
A.
What's the final answer? Give me the final answer.
A. Make the decision.
A. I agree.
Yes,
Yep. Sounds like it. 49. When the writer repeats "not them" in paragraph 1.
Sir, how brain?
C. Talk to me. Wait, hold on.
I was saying
C.
for 48.
For what?
The traffic problems for 48.
48 is A.
48. No man, just all right. When the writer uses the word brain in line 1, not necessarily exaggerate the traffic problem, but you know the function of a brain is to make what? Smart decisions. However, in this case, it's obviously not the best decisions, so it would have been making fun of the decisions. Making sense?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, 49. When the writer repeats not them, what do we say?
Sir, that is C.
C.
Because no one wants to take the responsibility.
Excellent. 50. Stoke Street, line 7, Celestial Road, and Delina Street can be best considered as
B. Examples to
examples
support the
to support the writer's case. That sounds good. Where we know 51. The writer's tone. Let's describe that.
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic.
Puzzled.
Sarcastic.
Sarcastic, sir.
Yes,
Very
yes.
puzzled.
Not necessarily
Because he
puzzled,
wasn't sure who was the problem with the traffic.
I'm sorry, what's what? Sir, remember, no one wanted to take
Which one? Wait.
No, but remember, he might make fun of them.
Exactly.
Be someone behind it. Sarcastic.
He's not really saying much. I find out that
who was it? Who it was?
All right. So, what number are we debating, guys?
51. The last one.
51 was sarcastic.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. But somebody why is
But somebody saying?
Why is it
Someone is
puzzled?
asking why is it puzzled? Why is it not puzzled? Sorry.
Why is it? No. Can't. Well, I understand as to why you might be thinking it's puzzled, but we're talking about the tone. You don't really have a puzzling tone, but more sarcastic. You understand? Like they understand that is a situation, but they're not necessarily confused by it. They understand it's a situation, but they want to more highlight, you know, talking about all the brain, you know?
Oh, ridiculous.
You understand what I'm saying? Maybe we could all become diplomats, you understand? So it's not necessarily more puzzling, but they're presenting information. Who is the brain behind this mess? Who is the brain? Big, you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it's not necessarily puzzling, but rather sarcastic. 52. The last sentence of the letter is similar to paragraph 5 because both of them. Huh? Are we all saying B? B?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. 53. The letter was most likely published in a
Newspaper.
Good. The author of this passage is most likely a
Motorist.
Exactly. Again, the small man suffers. Line 14 implies that the small man is
ignored advantage. Ignored advantage.
Disadvantage, sir.
All right, I'm hearing ignored and I'm hearing disadvantage. Which one do we choose?
Disadvantage.
And why disadvantage and not ignored?
Sir, small people, when the money is always a problem, so you're always at a disadvantage.
Yes,
They're
sir.
always at a disadvantage, so yes.
The whole context clues, sir.
Exactly. It's disadvantage. Yeah? Guys, if it's me looking down, there are 27 people in the YouTube. They're asking for the code and I'm trying to type it as well. So guys, all right. I'm saying this for the YouTube channel, guys. So don't mess me. All right. So those on the YouTube and want to join the Zoom, the code is 367-339-5893 and the passcode is 127808. Good. So you can rewind that how much time and listen and log in. Yeah. All right. National Youth Symposium 2019. I think we did this already, but for heck's sake. All right. According to the information provided, the main theme of the symposium is what? So we're looking up here.
Adolescent health.
There's adolescent health, the challenges. So the main theme is
adolescent
health. Good. 57. Which of the following groups is not a sponsor?
Ministry of
Uh,
Health.
Ministry of
B, Ministry of Health.
Ministry of Health.
Ministry of
Health.
Health, because we look under the sponsors section, and then we go it from there. Yeah. That's the password, not the link. Right, where are we now? Where are we?
57.
58. 58. Which of the following words can best replace symposium in the advertisement?
Conference.
Good job.
Conference.
How can those who want to participate register for the event?
A.
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 Yes,
To
sir.
contact the Ministry of Youth and speak to Yvonne Dalton. Excellent. Where are we now? All of the following groups are specifically invited to attend except
C.
E.
Oh, we've done this already. So the parents of the young people weren't. So just check the they who should attend, and there they are. They're not there, so that's that. All right, guys. Gonna take a quick 5-minute break while I prepare the paper 2 PowerPoint. While I finalize. Any specifics that you guys want to go through for paper 2?
Sir, the section we have
Section B.
Summary writing.
Section C.
Summary writing.
I hearing
Summary and story.
Section A too. And section B.
Report
Yeah.
writing.
We know section D already.
Summary, sir. The 5 main points.
And a story too.
I remember I Sarah can't hear so much time.
I'm glad to say it, honestly. I'm glad to say it. All right. Summary. All right. Wait. Let me make a note. Guys, give me. All right. Make a note of this because
Section B.
don't know why no one tells me what to do. All right. Tell me again now. Slower. All right. Let me. All right. I see summary writing. Let me put that down. Summary.
Essay section as well.
All right. Do you guys have the format for the paper? What's coming? Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, not really. Them just like if it's what they just give you a broad topic. Like that's a section 2 like expository something. So
All right. What is section A? What's section A? Tell me section A.
Sure, just summarizing.
Summary
All right.
writing.
That's summary. Section B.
Expository writing. Exposition, yeah, something like that.
Expository. Expository. Section C.
Short story.
Producing short story.
Oh, that's where you have either the picture or the Oh, okay. Somebody
The
put
line
in
to
the chat.
sir.
Okay. All right. Somebody put in the chat and then copy that. So section A is one compulsory question in form. All right. So that's a summary. Section 2 is the exposition. Section C is 2 optional questions or short story, and then section D is the argumentative. Okay. All right. So you guys say you want help with summary. What else again? As a short story writing. All right, story writing.
Sir, and the report expository part. Sir, is it possible, sir, that could give us the email thing to write to? Like the email to come in section.
We could either get email, memo, reports, or a letter.
So is that an email, report, writing, or letter?
Yes,
Sir,
sir. Memo.
Memo to sir.
And memo. What memo on about? Email, memo, and
report, sir.
Or a notice.
Or a notice? Jesus. How much did the SBA cover? How much percent did the SBA cover?
20%.
20%?
Yes, sir.
So the SBA is 20.
In paper 2 is 50 and paper 1 is 30.
30? Hey, enough lick up paper 1, you know.
Straight.
Cement
No,
the
I
paper
don't
1.
think our paper 1 is so much.
What?
Paper 1 is 30, it's right, I'm right.
Yeah, 30, 50,
Yeah,
20.
the paper 1 is 30% and paper 2 is 50 and the SB is 20.
Yes, sir.
So for every
100%. Right.
Yeah, 50, 30, 20. So guys,
So
maximize.
some persons born with SBA with their 20% are in their teen
Good. Yeah, but
or
I'm not
By
whatever case it
19,
may
I'm
be.
not sure.
So none and four about them.
Yeah,
All right.
it depends on how much you got because it marks out of 40.
Oh, the SBA mark out of 40?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. So we're gonna take a what time now? Come back at 8:55. All right, we take a 10-minute break, guys. While I prepare all of these, like that's gonna just slew on me.
Sir, can I ask a question?
Talk to me.
Sir, descriptive writing have to have 5 paragraph. Descriptive writing.
What's the do they give a word limit for that though?
No, sir.
They
I
don't?
know it's
All
similar
of them
to
have
what
word
is-
limits.
Every
They have word limit.
has
The,
a word limit, sir.
the
They have a word
summary
limit, yeah?
has 120.
Every essay have a word
Yeah.
limit,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. That's what I was wondering.
I think
Okay.
the short story is about 450 if I'm not lying.
Yes,
Yeah.
450.
But the summary
Sir, can
is
you answer?
120.
They?
The summary is 120. Let me check.
Yeah. The summary is 120.
And I think the
guys,
essay is 250.
Sir, so should it have 5 paragraphs? That's what I'm asking.
should it
The
have 5
summary?
paragraphs?
The summary for
You're
what?
talking a descriptive writing, yeah?
Yes,
The descriptive
sir.
writing?
Yes, sir.
I want to say yes.
Not necessarily.
Somebody say we're not getting it.
No, we're not because it's
Yeah, I
a
don't remember
short
seeing that.
story. The short story might you get a picture or it's basically narrative writing for the short story.
Okay.
For the short story.
Yeah, it's basically narrative writing because that when you climax, your conclusion and those stuff, that is that one. The argument,
The plot
you may
development.
give a letter to the editor, or you might have to do a persuasive writing. It depends on which way they say it. The one that we're not sure about is the exposition. Because they have, it can be the memo, the email.
No,
Yeah, so it can be, I think it's 4 options. So we have to prepare for it. That one, make sure you have your structure for all, you know the structure for all the 4. So anyone in pop up and give, you know if you do. But we are sure about the first one, summary, and the second one, the third one, and the 4th.
Wait, haven't you guys seen the topics?
Do you guys have a paper 2 example though? Like a 2019
No,
or so?
sir. Sir, I viewed a 2018 paper, sir, and I saw a descriptive piece on it, sir. So when they said we're not getting a descriptive writing, I do not understand what they're saying.
Which section was that?
We're not getting this
Argumentative essay.
Exactly.
Why you're not getting a descriptive because the argumentative essay we're going to get.
Yeah, so it replaces.
We're getting argumentative writing, memorandum, summary, and a story to write.
The part when
What
they give
you
it
don't
two
show us
options.
if it's a memorandum, a notice, a report, or we're battering between
No,
those.
it's a memorandum we're getting.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Because I saw the topics.
It's not there. The topics is.
What did you say? I only see argumentative essay there. I didn't see the memorandum. But if you say you saw it, great.
Expository, I like more than
They
one.
didn't state which one. I'm looking at the bottom. Right now.
Remember that for
It
exposition.
says exposition.
Essay. You have sorry. You have
expository writing can be the email, the notice,
memo,
the memorandum, or that either.
Report or
maybe it's including that it will be a memo. So
all right, hold on.
Maybe he's that lucky.
Sir, for the memo, not the memo, for the report, sir. It can be written like the memo, and you have to from, and it can be written in letter.
Report.
The report?
A format, right?
The report?
For the report. Yeah.
For the report, all right, let me double check it and sign it for you.
For the memo or those one, don't they give you information in your structure it?
Yeah, them give
You
you
see,
what they want.
I have to look at the format. Well, a past paper.
Sir,
It's
I
best
have
for me
one
to look at the
one
project.
right
You
now.
can look
That's
at January 2020.
Would you guys like me to send a
Sir.
bulletin of all of those in the group?
Send the stuff in the group, guys. Send the stuff in the group. Because
Sir.
yes.
Sir, me have last year papers. You want a copy of it?
Send it in the group, please. It's best that way. All right. You in the group, right, Chadwin?
Yes, sir.
Send the link for the group.
I'm not in the group.
Give me a second. Let me send the link.
Sir, in the group already, sir.
Yeah, man. Yes, Chadwin. I'm sending it for those.
Sir, I'm not in the group, sir.
Yeah, man. Don't worry. I'm adding it right now. I'm gonna send the link for you in the group. 1 second.
So you're gonna send it in the chat?
Yes, I'm gonna send the group link in the chat. It's a group to one.
Person was say them see memorandum on the thing.
Yeah, who saw that?
Honestly, I don't know.
It's not there. It doesn't state which one we're getting.
Oh,
WhatsApp group is in the chat.
Memo is not there.
Exactly.
For that one, we're supposed to make sure that we know everything for all of them, so everybody can be prepared. It doesn't state. It doesn't state memo or some what you call it, report. But where
I send something in that group with all of them so they can go look.
Sir, can you just send the link in the group?
What's that?
You can
Link for what?
resend it, please, because
The
I
group
just
link.
The group link. I just sent in the chat.
Just send something in the group. You can resend it, please. I just joined. Whoever
Okay.
sends the in the group, you can resend it.
I just sent the document. All right, but you know, so this have everything though. Who sent that expository writing? That has everything.
Me, sir.
Thank you. See that, but guys, all right, guys, what I suggest to really read through the expository writing. I'm looking at it now.
Yes,
It has
sir, because
a
it has
business
4
letter
parts.
example. See that? Let me share. All right, hold on. Let me share my screen so everybody can see. 1 second. Find this. Everybody see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So here it is, the expository writing. For it's sent in the group for those who aren't in the group. Yeah. Okay. So what is it tells you what is expository writing here. What's a letter writing principles and all right. Guys, I see this many times when people are writing letters, it's so long. Guys, please keep your letters concise as possible. You don't have to touch the word limit, but again, don't exhaust it too much, please. Ensure that it's clear. Yeah. And
I have a question.
Sorry, question.
I get 2 questions. That's the first one. Give me the first one.
So I have a question. The expository writing could be 250 to 300 words. I'm not sure. I'm getting confused. I think there's no word limit on section B.
Just follow the
yeah,
whatever them tell you on the exam. Yeah, don't worry. What you need not worry about right now, guys, is the word limit. Yeah, whatever word limit you see, you try and stay in that range. Good, because 99.9% of the times what happens is that people tend to go over the word limit and under, right? So what I heavily suggest, and I'm going to say it again, please don't focus on the word limit as it pertains to getting nervous about it, right? What I don't want you guys to do is write under the word limit. Good? And don't write too much over. Where you need to focus on the word limit is section A, which is a summary. Good? Do not exceed 120 words. In fact, try your best not to exceed 110. Why? Because if you aim for 110 words, it's best to have that 10 leeway so you don't go over the 120 if you aim for 120 originally. Make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So yes, the document. I'm going to resend the document for those who just joined. All right, let me just wait until everybody joins to resend.
Yes, sir. Can I take up my space?
Sir?
Trust me. Yeah.
Sir, for the
Mhm.
structure, for the format, for the letter, sir, it can be like two ways. It doesn't matter. Like if you put like your address can be over the right side, then the other person on the left side.
Hold on.
Like the
You
first.
were kind of breaking up a while ago. Go again. Go again. You broke up a while ago.
Hear me now, sir?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go again.
Oh, sorry. All right. There's two type of way like to format the letter. In the exam, you can write any one of them, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir,
Anyone is accepted.
what she mean, black and semi-black style?
That's what I'm on. Yeah. That's what I'm assuming she means.
Yes,
Right?
so you can do anyone.
Anyone can be used. So here should see another format, the social one, you know, the dare. Guys, especially for the business letter, don't want to see dare. Yes?
You
For
have
the
the
salutation.
memorandum format and the email format, I think.
Yeah, each day so yet and stop confuse me now.
One step at a time, guys. One step at a time.
We're
going down the line.
Want to see any deer?
Sorry. For the social letter, yes, you're gonna have it there, but no the comma versus the what?
The colon.
These.
Oh.
I see that a lot. Hold on. What was that? What happened a while ago? Something happened. 1 second. Yes, as I was saying, note the difference between the comma and the colon. I don't want to see that. Yeah?
So you
All
stop
right.
presenting.
Yeah, I realize.
If you're writing a friendly letter to like or a friend, we use the comma. But business now we use
To
the
who?
colon.
Yeah, that's what him says. So
Yes. I was going through some sample stuff now. So note the difference, the comma versus the colon, right? Also, let's look at another difference for the letter. The social heading, right? Note how they structure it, the street, the village, and the date. But for the business letter, it's a bit different. You have two ones. You have the sender's address and the inside address, the recipient's address. Good? And then the salutation and then the body, right? So please know if you're supposed to write a social letter versus that of a business format. Yeah? Any other question?
Right. The social one is to like a friend.
Right, to friends, family. So if they say to write a letter to your family, write a letter to your uncle, your brother, your sister, whoever, then you'd use a social format. Yeah? But if it's supposed to be more formal, you'd use the all right, so look at this example. This would have been, dear Susan, Wagwan, Susan, my friend, yeah, you. But the difference, the business letter is more professional. Again, complimentary clause. Many do people still use yours truly? I don't normally like to use yours truly for a business letter.
Use yours sincerely.
Right, yours sincerely or yours
respectfully.
Yes, I prefer those, right? And this as well, I see persons put capital Y and capital T, note the commons, only one capitalized and one common. I think that should be mainly it. So again, they're different prompts. Yeah, these are different prompts. When you're writing the formal letter, you have different prompts. So they normally prompt you to write a business letter, apply for a job, complain to an establishment. You'll see the different structures. But then again, letters to banks, companies, schools, government officials are formal letters. So write in that style. Yeah. Informal letters have a more natural tone. Good. So I don't want to know, hey, what's up in a formal letter? No. If you find yourself that you're talking about these things, your home, your school, your neighborhood, in a formal letter, nobody don't want to know about that in a formal letter. The formal letter is supposed to be kept professional. Yeah? You're sharing your ideas, your feelings or something. Those are the informal. Good? So
Yes.
note the difference. All right. So any other question as it pertains to the letter?
Sir, before you move on, can you go back to the structure of the business letter so I can screenshot
Business.
it, please?
All right. Let me.
Or the formal letter.
Can catch everything. Well, I think it might be best caught if you screenshot it from your phone from the chat, you know.
Actually, sir, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
When you write any letter, right, is it okay for you to include extra details besides what they give you to put?
Which one?
The formal letters.
The formal letter. Yes, but don't deviate too much. Yeah. So don't go too off track. If it and again, we're trying to keep it concise, you know. So don't add too much unnecessary stuff, right? One, and remember that you're trying to stay within the word limit. So if you find that you can in fact compress all your ideas into something that's short, but you want to add something to spice it up, I don't see a problem with that. However, ensure that whatever they ask you to do is done already and that you're within the parameters. Good? So you don't want to fall out of the word limit. Understand?
Yes, sir, thanks.
Clear? All right.
Wait, hold up, sir. Letters are coming on the exam?
Letters are coming on the exam?
We
Maybe.
don't know, guys.
We're just preparing for the worst, yeah?
Sure.
No,
Just
letters
preparing
is
for the
the
worst.
best.
Well, yes, for the best. For the best. We're preparing for both. We're preparing for the best. But we know you whatever the study for get. Yeah?
Because I looked at the topic sent by CXE and I didn't see that, so I was just asking. You know?
I don't
You
think
said exposition. All of those can come underneath it.
yeah. That's the thing about it. We don't know for sure.
Expository writing, you can either get a letter, a notice, an email, a report, anything under that. So you prepare.
So again, it's a toss-up really. Yeah. So we're not sure, but we'll just have to prepare. Yeah.
Sir, in the business letter, you will have two addresses. The first address will be the right. I think some persons use it. Yes. In the exam. Yes.
Repeat what you said about the letters.
I said the business letter has two addresses. The top is to the right. I think some people using the exam, yeah. Like 6 Mary Close Kingston 10 and then skip a date.
You mean about skipping lines? Like that's what you mean?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. You can skip the lines. Yeah?
Sure,
wait, one second.
memorandum, sir.
Okay. So you guys should be seeing the screen. Are you guys still seeing the screen? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. All right, where are we now? Memorandums. Scroll down. Okay, so we all know what a all right. The characteristics of a memorandum are important. Firstly, let's talk about what it is. It's a written message in business or diplomacy, and sometimes in organization reports are written in the form of a memoranda, right? So remember, the memorandum is normally used in either business or diplomacy. That's normally where they use memos. And if we know anything about businesses, we know that they pride themselves in being very efficient. Good. With efficiency, it means that you have to sacrifice some things as it pertains to words. So you have to be brief, be factual, and improve the flow of communication. Clear? So we all know what they're used to do. But in the setting, the employer and the employee in businesses, the staff and administration of schools and such. So again, in the business format, right? So let's look at a sample. But as I tell you, memorandum, if you get a memorandum, you guys are home free. A memorandum has a very simple to, from, date, subject. Or, you know, they also call the subject another word for it.
Re.
Right, re. Good. So you can either use subject or re. I don't think they.
The memorandum is similar to the email, just that it doesn't have CC.
It doesn't have the body. Well, no, it doesn't have the structure that the address and so they're just to the point. Candice, you have your hand up?
Structure the email if they say to write an email.
Wait, hold on. Repeat.
She said she told me.
Email. All right, yeah, we'll soon go to that. Don't worry about that.
Yes, sir.
Candice, you have your hand raised?
Yes, sir. Could you please go back to when we need or when we are required to write a memo?
All right. So the memo, it's normally used in a business setting, yeah, either business or diplomacy. When do we write it? So memos are written within organizations. It is the method of communication between employer and employee in businesses. Good. Staff and administration in schools or etc. But again, we don't need to worry about when you write it. CSEC will tell you, okay, write a memo.
But
we don't have to say, all right, when do we need it?
So they will state that it's a memo to be written.
Repeat?
I say I have a question, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Not like with the exam, but like in memos in general, sir, is it the people, like if you're in a business, you send it through email still?
Memo. Well, normally they have their own software for that to send memos. But yes, a memo can be sent through an email. But normally a memo is an email. The thing about memos, I rarely see memos being used anymore because they just put in an email. So I don't know. I really don't know as to why you guys are still doing memos, but I don't know why you guys are doing memos really, to be honest, because no one really uses a memo anymore. But a memo is more it's shorter than an email in body, but it kind of does the same thing. I don't really see much of a difference. I'm gonna look at writing emails. Yes, don't worry about that.
Sir,
Right,
they want a memo to be written. They're going to state that it's a memo they want.
Yeah.
Yes, they will be very specific on as to what they want. So you don't have to worry about.
Information, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. And you just structure it, the date and stuff. All right.
Yes, yeah. All right. So this is the structure of a memo. This is how they structure the memo. So the from the date, the subject, or as I say, you can say and there it is. So they'll tell you who. Well, they might not tell you to and who and so, but I guess they'll tell you the instructions surrounding it. Yes.
They can have one paragraph alone.
You can.
Yeah.
You can.
Depends on the word limit.
That as well. So can you use the memo?
And make sure the information that they provided are inside it.
Yeah. Alicia, I'm not so sure about that. If we can use it in report writing, I'm not sure if you guys learned that. Can somebody attest to that?
Oh, you have to use that in somebody say, well,
Jonathan, you need to stop. Jonathan, you need to stop. Let's see, Paul Ungerman, beside me. 1, 2, 3. Anyway, on Wednesday, said, why am I reading it? This is what Jonathan do. Jonathan, you're messing up, man. Sure. Yeah. So, where are we now? So we're continuing now. All right. So, where are we now? The memo. Right. So everybody understand the format?
You don't have a closing or anything.
Yes, the memo?
Sir. Yeah.
No, you know.
Yes, I'm going to ask that.
After you've written the closing sentence, they have no generally nothing after it. Let me double check though. What does anybody know? I don't think they have anything after it.
No, sir, because on this sample don't has any.
Yeah, they don't. After they have the closing statement, they have nothing else after it.
Okay, sir. Email.
Sir, like how they format this one, like after each sentence they skip a line and then indent we have to do exactly like that, right?
They?
No, that not gonna look good on paper.
Repeat.
What do you say? Indent after every something. They like how this look.
Oh, I think to indent after. Oh, do it like this?
Yeah.
No, sir, I wouldn't do that. Trust me.
That not gonna look good.
That not look good. This look weird.
Okay,
This is just, I don't know what this is.
Sure,
Well, this structure to me, I mean, a memo can just be a paragraph, you know, really and truly. And also they'll tell you the word limit, so you know your length. Guys, CSEC will be very, 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 very specific as to what they want. So to prevent all of this, right? Ray, you have your hand up?
Yes, sir. Good night. Are you hearing me?
Hearing you clear.
All right, sir. Sir, have you gone over the structure of a letter?
Yes. And just go quickly.
Sir, can you briefly go over that, please?
Which one? The business or both?
Both. Have you gone over persuasive or argumentative, sir?
Am I hearing echo? All right, go again.
Sir, have you gone over persuasive or argumentative?
Writing?
Yes, sir.
No, not as it.
All right, sir.
All right. Quickly for you.
Will you be posting this inside the WhatsApp group?
WhatsApp group? What's that? This?
PowerPoint. Yes, sir.
Oh, it's already in there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Should I resend it again, guys? Before I pull up on the phone. Let me double check if everybody. All right. If you're in the WhatsApp group, you're supposed to have it. Or if you just join, that's a different story. But if you're in the WhatsApp group, it's supposed to be there. And also the session will be on YouTube as soon as I end the meeting today. So you need not worry about that. Okay, let's go through quickly. The letter writing, again, it's rather simple. Once you follow this structure. Ray, are you in the WhatsApp group?
No, sir.
Okay, let me post a link in the chat. I advise you to join so you can get this copy. But again, the social letter, it's rather simple. One address, right? One address, guys. Oh, I forgot to mention that. One address for the social letter. I've seen it happen already, where I've seen two addresses for a social letter. That should not be the case. The social letter should only have one address. I don't know where the person get other address from. Don't ask me. I do wrong.
Sir, shouldn't it be on the right side? Shouldn't it be on the right side?
For the social letter?
Yeah.
No.
That's changed.
For the social letter?
Me always write it on the right, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
We normally write it on the right from primary school. We learned that way, but since
guys, you see, this is the thing about it, guys. To me, and I'm just gonna tell you the honest opinion. I don't understand. I've even seen people putting it in the center, right? I really think that we are just overthinking it, and as long as we have it still, but I've normally put it on the left. I don't see a problem. I don't really, do they even mark it down if you have it on the right? I'd follow this because I normally put it on the left.
Sir, which address should it be on the social letter?
Your address.
Mine?
Your address.
Okay.
Yes, your address. Your address on the social letter. Good? And
Social
remember, only one address.
This is your address.
Your one
And
address.
the business is?
The business is 2.
And then mine?
The business is 2. Who's at the top, guys?
Yours.
Your address is at the top.
Then
the business is at the bottom. Good?
Yep.
And don't forget the date. The date is important. If you don't have the date, then we mark it down. I know that for sure. So ensure that you have the date, whichever date you write that. Good? And the signature. Guys, listen. Please don't sign an actual signature. Don't sign your actual signature. Good? Just write a name. Yeah? So I don't want to see no.
Why not?
What's that?
Why not write the signature?
As in sign a signature? Like a scribble up something, you know.
So I get marked down for that?
I don't know if you get marked down, but I just heavily stay on the writing out the name.
Probably are the same thing like when them doing a Spanish or you say French, like when you write a letter, you know, for write your address or your name, you use something
exactly.
else.
Just
Probably
use something
that's
else.
why.
Yes, Yes.
Oh, you mean if them
So
give
just
you like
write
a
out the
prompt
name,
and
okay.
tell me like if them give you a prompt and tell you so we are somebody else.
Yeah. Don't guys, don't use a real name, you know.
All right, sir. All right, wait, sir. So if them
Well,
give me
if they
one,
tell you, well, then again, I don't know how they,
sir,
because I don't know if you're supposed to use a real name, you know.
no, sir. But what if them give me like something like them say you are a CEO of this and this company, and them give me a name, sir. So like
That's
then give
different then.
Charles Jones. I should put Charles Jones signature still
If they tell you that you're Charles Jones, you're Charles Jones.
and put
Good.
fake signature.
But
And
if
at
they
the bottom
don't
you
do
put
that,
Charles Jones.
just
If
still
they don't do
don't
that,
use your own name same way.
yeah,
Don't
use
your name.
use Bob Brown or Billy Bob or John Adams. Yeah,
Okay, sir.
you'll
Sir,
be
can
fine.
you repeat, please?
Huh?
Sir, about
Can you-
use of the name.
What's that?
Sir, why would not use the real name on the business letter?
On the business letter, I don't think they even know your name, to be honest. So I mean, if you want to
Is
use a
your
name, that's fine. You know?
registration number them know you by?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I don't really recommend using your personal name, because especially if a marker knows you and has a vendetta against you, that is not good. You understand what I'm saying? So I would
Yes,
heavily
sir.
suggest to use like a fake name like John Brown or something. Honestly, they don't even really care about the names. They just want to know that you have the correct format and you did what they asked you to do. Yeah?
Sir, somebody say I must not use my real address.
Yeah. No, please don't use the real address either.
I want this.
Don't use it. Do not use the real. Say that your name Stacy from Matches Lane. Better do that instead. Honestly, because I really don't advise people to put their real address and their real name. That's just my personal opinion.
I remember.
Yeah. Candice?
Sir, but I accidentally put my for history exam.
That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry
Yes.
about it. Don't worry about it. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's nothing major. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Candice?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Sir.
You have a question? You have a question?
Sorry to cut you again.
No, no, it's
address
fine.
on the sir.
Wrong something? Press on the wrong
You hear
thing?
me?
You're saying that you press on the wrong thing?
No, sir. She asking you a question.
Oh, go ahead. I'm not hearing. Are you guys hearing her?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, Candice.
The address on the left for the business letter, isn't it two address? Yes, I know that it's two addresses over there, but isn't one supposed to be on the left and the other on the right?
Again, it depends on the format that you use. Depends on the format that you use. Yeah.
So
Again, I also prefer this format because it keeps everything kind of unified. But it doesn't matter. All right. We have to move a bit quicker, yes, because people are getting tired and I'm getting tired as well. So let's keep it moving quickly, because I don't want you guys up too long. Actually, it is also considered more formal. Yes, I agree with that. It looks more formal. So which one is on the right? I need to stop it. Which one is on the right? Is it your? I think your own is on the right and the business is on the left. Am I correct? Yes.
Yes, sir. The first one, which is here, is on the right.
Yes, sir. That's right. That's right.
Yes. Okay. All right, we finished the memo. All right, the long-awaited email. Good. Okay. So when you're writing emails, I love this word. People normally call it net etiquette. So those you use a professional email address. Don't want no trust me, I've seen some emails over the years, honestly.
Diva.
Big pretty diva 1, 2, 3. Wanna know them? Yeah. Just use one name underscore another name at gmail.com. That is perfectly fine. Good. Be clear in the subject line. So whatever you're writing again, say for example that you're supposed to write an email to the school principal talking about the reconstruction of the boys' bathroom. What's the subject line?
Sorry, sir, the chat. Sorry, say it again.
My turn after.
The reconstructions in the boy bathroom.
Listen, I need to stop it. Where am I?
Sorry, say the thing again. Say the thing again.
I totally forget. Sure. So that the
Are you was talking about the subject line?
yes, the subject line, the principal. Okay, so say for example, you're given a scenario where you're supposed to write an email to a principal that that deals with the reconstruction of the boys' bathroom. What should the subject line be for the email?
Reconstruction of the boys' bathroom.
Reconstruction of the boys' bathroom.
Exactly. Keep it simple. Keep it brief. Yeah. Okay, you want something that can catch the eye and give as much information as possible. Yeah. Briefly introduce yourself to the recipients. That's not necessarily needed. Keep it short and get to the point. Get to the point. No matter how was your day? No, get to the point. Good. Do not email angry, right? Avoid exclamation points. Don't send a one-liners. Okay, thanks. Right? So general email etiquette. You don't know that? Okay. The format is like this. Yeah. Here it is. So we have to whoever it is. So whichever person it is supposed to, they'll tell you. From whoever. Well, from is you. So that is why you have a simple name, jennyhawkins@gmail.com. Not XYZ at whatever.com.
We don't use real email, yes or no?
Again, you don't have to. I don't suggest it, and find a different email, but something simple. Good. You don't need to put anything for the CC or BCC, but they might tell you. If they tell you, you put it. Good.
So
the subject.
What is the CC and BCC?
What is what?
What is it? The CC and BC?
What is it? All right. So does anybody know what CC is?
Carbon copy.
Carbon copy.
The other one, carbon copy.
What is that? Yes. So if you want all right, if you want a two recipient to know other important people are aware of it, you use the CC.
Hello, good night.
Sir, that necessary?
No, it's not. It's not. But if they tell it, the CC these people, you CC them. If not, you don't need to worry about it. Okay?
Hello, good night.
If they never
hold on. Is somebody saying something?
Yes, someone saying something.
Okay, who is that? Wait,
I was just going to say what you say about the carbon copy. Explain what it was.
Oh, I was just saying that if you're emailing a lot of persons and you don't want to fill up the two line, but you also want is that you don't want them to see who you're sending it to, you use the CC. But guys, please don't worry about it. Hello, good night. Hi, good night. Who was saying it? Who was it?
Me here, sir.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I was told that there was a WhatsApp group being made, and I'm just trying to find out if the link has been issued out already.
I just sent in the group. I just sent in the chat. Sorry.
Sir, question. With the CC and the BCC, you say we're not supposed to put it in there if we don't get it. So if we don't get it, sir, I'm not going to put CC and BCC.
Just put it here, so just all right. What you can do, just put it in there, but don't put nothing after it. Yeah. Okay. So you can put it in there because remember it's an electronic thing, you know, right? It's an electronic thing. It's supposed to be an electronic thing. An email is electronic, but them telling it to write out how it's supposed to look, basically, right? So you get if you go on an email and see the something, the two bar the front, you must send an email before, man. Yeah, and yeah, you see it. That's the same way how it look. Good, makes sense. So the to, the from, the CC, BCC. Again, I don't think they'll penalize it if you don't put it.
And sometimes I want to say this: how to identify that's an email. You realize them send
the information provided, you get an at, you get on like it show the to identify, say it's an email you must write. Because sometimes it doesn't state, it don't state exactly what you must write, but you see the provider with email address, you know, it's the email you're supposed to write.
So, sir, you can customize the from? The from.
Yeah. Just make sure it's not too off. Yeah, because remember that they don't know your names, and the markers do not know your name. They don't know your name. So please just make it like a realistic name and a professional name and a professional at. Good.
Sometimes they will tell us that you are Charles Brown, so you have to
exactly. So go with one, go with what the question say, and if they don't specify a name, what you need to do is then just make up one, but make it look professional. Good.
Sir, what if we put date in there?
If you put
date.
You don't need to put date because an email normally comes attached with the date, the time, everything. So that is why it's not necessarily included in the email. Good.
There is a from really necessary too?
Yes, the from is necessary because it's just a format. Yeah, it's just a format. So that's why I suggest putting the CC and the BCC because they want to see how the email actually look on paper. Again, it kind of defeating the purpose of an email to me, but again, CSEC kind of not about it anyway. Right, so to, from, CC, BCC, and the subject, and then you write the body, whatever they ask. So remember to remain respectful, keep it short, keep it to the point, and ensure that you're within the word limits. Okay.
So that is our signature.
That is our.
First, Jenny Hawkins is our signature.
I was just going to say the same.
Yeah, but again, you can just put a name. You don't need a makeup signature. Just put a name. Good.
Okay.
You'll be perfectly fine. Yeah. And then put your body, paragraphs as usual. And I like this, my name is whatever, and I am writing to complain about whatever. So whatever they tell you to do, if they tell you to complain to the boss via email or complain to whoever via email, and ensure that your subject or your re is posted as supposed to be. Good. Any questions about the email before we move on? We're clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Yes.
Writing a letter to the editor is the same format.
If you're writing a letter, to the editor, you use a business
letter. That.
Yeah. You use a business letter and follow this format. It follow this format. Right. So you put wherever the editor works, and you put their editor, colon, and write what you're writing. Yeah. Make sense?
Thank you.
No problem. So we've done the email, we've done the memo, we've done the letters. Report.
Report, yeah.
All right. So the expectation reports are expected to be objective. So be objective, yeah. Be accurate. Include whatever detail that they need, and just remember to stay organized. Again, you have different reports, so they'll tell you which one that you're supposed to be writing, whether it's a police report, a sports report, missing persons, whatever it is, but they'll tell you. They will specify. So don't worry about that part. The sample here. So a general report has the introduction, the body, conclusion. Good. The scenario is here. There's an incident on the school's recreation ground. Friendly cricket match happened. So again, this is where you have the scenario. This is telling you the scenario. Yeah. So you aren't writing this. Okay. This is just telling you the instructions. So in other words, this is what CSEC would probably tell you, right?
Excuse me, sir.
This is happening.
Sir, that's what I was asking, sir, because sir, they said sometimes when you're writing the report, I'm not sure if that's correct, sir, but when you're writing the report, you could use the memo format or the letter format if you want. So I just want to clarify if that's okay.
Oh.
No.
I don't suggest that though.
That is gonna make the examiner think you to know where you are doing
the format of the report.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
1 second, Damian. Let me answer this in the chat quickly. As it pertains to the report writing, this is just a format. You have your report something, in other words, the subject, right? But you don't put subject and so. You have it, you underline it or such, and then you just go into it. Keep it short, keep it brief, only state the facts. Don't say, oh, I did think say the boy did wrong, or oh, I did think say it is supposed to deserve 2 more lick. No. Your opinion is not supposed to be in a report. You're giving a credible detail, a descriptive detail of what happened. Good? In other words, you're a witness. Yeah? You're a witness. Keep it in mind that you're a witness. You're not supposed to defend anybody. You're not supposed to say, oh, my friend is supposed to give her 2 more thumb, or boy, I'm not thinking they deserve that. No, that is not supposed to be included. Only state what? The facts, right? Only state the things that are required, the required details. Ensure that it remains objective and it's organized. Good, and make sure that it follows a logical sequence. You can't tell me, say, up here, so Bob Brown was eating a cookie, and then you tell me, say, oh, afterwards, Bob Brown mother just drop him off at school. No, he's supposed to be at school already. Yeah, so make it make sense. Please don't have the fight did happen and then the fight never happen. Please just make it follow a logical order. In other words, sequence. Are we understanding? So in other words, you're a witness. Right from an unbiased standpoint. Good? Don't defend anybody. They just want someone's report, someone's credibility as well.
I remember read it now.
All right. Take a quick second and read it while I answer Damian's question. Damian?
Yeah, sure. So like before, when you used to write a report, you used to have the 2 from and the date. So that don't really necessary now.
For the report?
Yeah, the 2 from and the date. That not really necessary no.
This is because I've never written a report, and
no,
I've never.
Sir, you must not put that there.
You shouldn't put it. I don't.
It should be in the body and the time.
Yeah, I've never seen a report where they use the 2 and the from, because normally a report just. Well, then again, let me look it up just to be sure. The report writing. Yeah, they just have no to know from. No to know from. But what I'm seeing here is just they just go straight into it. Just go straight into it. Have the title and you go straight into it. Good? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That's really it.
Sorry. Do
All
you
right.
have to have 3 paragraphs?
Go ahead.
Do you have to have 3 paragraphs?
3 paragraphs? No. As long as you can even have 2 paragraphs, 1 paragraph, one depending on the word limit as well as the content of what you're writing and the conclusion as well. So
Sir. Can just start like how you have it, say like report an incident, blah blah blah, and then
same way. So report on whatever,
so we
and you jump right into it.
No, guys.
You just jump right into it.
Okay.
Just jump right into it.
Sir. You see my problem now. My problem is the word limit.
Okay. Talk to me about it.
No. It's just that when I'm writing, I have the intention to write long, and even though.
So all right, let me tell you something. What I do, because I had that same problem. What I do, I have a rough copy, right? In other words, have another paper. You guys can ask for extra paper, yeah? Or they give you supplementary paper as well.
Yeah.
All right, all right. What you do is you write out your format. In other words, what you want to talk about, and limit yourself
Sir,
per point.
online.
Yeah, make sense?
Yes,
so limit yourself
yes, sir.
per
Yeah,
point.
it makes sense, man.
Good. So when you do that now, you ensure that you don't exceed the stuff, as well as keep it short in terms of just get to the point. You see how them say the incident on my school recreation ground occurred on that date, right? That happened. In the middle of something, that happened. Don't say, oh, I think that it's supposed to happen, but that did happen instead. No. What you want is just what exactly happened. Keep it as short as possible.
Give the details plain, sir.
Keep the details plain.
I know, wrong,
right?
Right, sir.
Keep it, but not too plain though. Yeah. You want a general understanding of what happened. All right. In other words, I am supposed to be able, right? I'm supposed to be able to read your report and come up with a verdict. In other words, I'm supposed to be able to read your something and say, all right, this person was wrong. If I can't do that, your report is lacking. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
If I can read your something and say, all right, I think that this person is wrong because this is what you presented to me. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So when you're reading over, double check and ask yourself, can I find out with unbiased though, right? Without bias, can I find out that was it Sasha that was wrong or was it Shane that was wrong? Yeah, that's supposed to something. So there's no conclusion here, so you don't put nothing no conclusion. Say, oh, you know, I think that Shane was wrong because he did initiate the fight.
But sir, you can state that if you want more information, you can I'm from this class or whatever. Can you say that?
That is fine. That is perfectly fine. Right? That's perfectly fine. But again, don't put your opinion. In other words, yeah, don't include the opinion. Just state the facts and say, all right, if you want more information, I'm in that class. That is it.
All right, so sir, so basically what I say is that if you put in the conclusion, it just go throw off the sense of the report.
Exactly, because it moves from being a credible report to a biased report. And when it's biased, you're leaning in favor to one person. Hence, it means that your whole report can be leaning in favor of that person. Make sense?
Yeah.
And sir,
mm-hmm.
And to add to it, where the last to say Mr. Payne is conducting an investigation on the effect and the incident, you cannot say conclude to what happened because the investigation is going to go ahead afterwards. Your report that they made.
Exactly.
That's why you cannot give a conclusion to what happened because afterwards of your report, you're going to have an investigation.
Yes, exactly. So you don't have to worry about concluding anything. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
All right. Kenelia, go ahead.
Yes, sir, but I think you should just end it in a way that it doesn't seem so abrupt. Just kind of have like this sentence that makes it seem like you're concluding, but you're not really concluding. Because as she said, there's going to be an investigation. So, yes, sir.
Exactly. Same way, so. So are we all good on the what's it, the report? Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right, the
Sir,
notice.
just to clarify, sir, when we doing it, sir, we don't have to like, it's like, sir, for the memorandum, we have that format, so we don't follow that for the report, right?
No, we don't follow it. All we do, we just say, give the subject here, so. In other words, what are you reporting on and the date, like how you have it here, so. And then you get right into it. And ensure that we stay within the parameters. So guys, what I suggest also doing is the section that you're doing, put the word limit above it in like a pencil or something, so you remain cognizant of it. You don't want to forget that. Good? Because you don't want overwrite and you don't want underwrite. Yeah? Especially for the summary writing, remain in the 120. As I say, target 110.
That's why I'm going to hurry up and go to summary, sir.
All right.
So when I finish this, you can put the link to this so I can go back and like run through it. The link to like this, like this PowerPoint that I have out.
You mean this? It's in the group. It's in the WhatsApp group.
Oh, okay. No, but I'm not in the WhatsApp group. That's why.
Sir,
Oh, you're not in the WhatsApp group? All right, let me send the thing in the chat as well.
Yeah, man, so I can just copy the link and go on it.
Yeah, man. Yes. Yes.
I don't propose for joining early, like late rather, sir. We're not going to see it in the group chat, sir, because it would have been sent.
Oh yes. I'm gonna resend it. I'm just waiting until whoa. A lot of y'all joined. Whoa, okay. Let me just reset. Oh wait, no, this is a paper. 1 second, guys. Wow. All right, everybody join now. So I can just do one final resend. Y'all are joining like whoa. Okay. All right, everybody join now. Yes, no, maybe so. Is there anybody here not in the WhatsApp group?
Sir.
All right, the link is in the chat.
All right, sir.
The one that's a chat.whatsapp because okay. All right, so what? All right. Nastasia sent the link to the document, but I also advise you guys to still join the chat. So if anything, you guys can ask them tonight or so. But don't stay up too late. And if I'll try to wake up early tomorrow. What time is the exam? 9 o'clock?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Let me hurry up again. All right. So yeah. So the WhatsApp link is in the chat, and then somebody in G2 specifically, please resend the document, please. All right. Just one person though. Okay. For the notice is it's a written document in a place where everybody can read it. It's formal means of communication. The purpose is just to be factual, right? Just to be factual. Announce or display information. That's all you're doing. Yeah. Whether it's inviting to a meeting, announcing an event, whatever it is, you're just displaying information for a specific group of people. The guidance, it must provide complete information, short answer, grammatical sentences, right? It must have a title. Language should be impersonal, right? It should mention the name of the person.
Impersonal.
Huh?
What do you mean impersonal?
Anybody know what impersonal means?
Not personal.
Anybody knows what, sir? If anybody knows what, sir?
What impersonal means?
No idea.
What opinion?
Not attached to
So would it
self.
be professional?
Professional, unbiased. Yes. So
opinion.
Not influenced by a person's opinion. Yeah.
Sir, can you give me an example?
For Mrs. Fuck.
Was somebody saying something?
No, so I was just saying from like you mentioned that it was saying you mentioned it being factual, sir.
You're right.
It is quite clear
any
that
sort of facts.
it's excluding
just displaying general information, facts, right, Cornelia? Just displaying information really. So the notice should mention the name of the person, the body, the organizing, the event, whatever it is. When, where, why, what, how. Those questions should be answered, right, and dated. So let's look at the format. Easy, don't? So you have.
I can't just forget, man. That's crazy.
Eh?
Can't just forget because this is a easy mashup, you know.
But that's what I'm telling you. I don't know what you guys worrying over.
No, but sir, they're doing some things like all them tell us, right? Like include this line in the score and then something there.
All right. Wow. We'll soon go to that. We'll soon go to that. Don't worry about that. We'll go to that.
They have a pattern. Don't you think they have a pattern? Like last year, they got email. Like this year, we don't get something. They don't have a pattern, sir.
I tried to listen. I've been trying to study CSEC pattern for sometimes they just throw a curveball at you. So I just want to prefer to prepare for as much as possible.
I think memorandum is due.
Yes, I think so as well. But just study everything. So you don't have to worry. For the notice though, for the notice.
I wrote this one foreign. I wrote this one foreign. Memorandum.
What's that? Memorandum? The one we just a while ago?
Yeah.
Memo?
Please. Sir, me never joined that time.
All right, you can just look through the document in the group.
Right.
Yeah?
But what I've been hearing from my teacher is that there's a high possibility that we'll be getting the memorandum on the exam.
Yeah. I think memo might be due. So go over the memo format, guys. The to, the from, I run to. Yeah?
Sir, sir.
Uh-huh.
I did join kind of late, you know, so I never really catch anything. But I'm trying to find out if you went over the types of writing, like persuasive writing and them stuff.
No, we'll go through that afterwards.
Oh, all right.
Cool. After this, as soon as we finish notice. Yeah? All right, so the notice.
Argumentative writing.
Yeah?
Did we touch that?
We're gonna touch the writing segment after this.
Okay, thank you.
We are going now to touch it till 12 o'clock.
No, man, that's my choice.
So we're going to take a 5 minutes break because my brain is catching fire, you know.
All right, if you don't want a 5-minute break, fine.
No,
yes.
sir. Need to go sleep, sir. Go through some, please.
All right. Let's
sir,
run through
this. I'm going
this.
to speak for myself, you know, sir, because I'm not able to sleep. I'm not able to sleep tonight.
I don't know. All right. Here what, guys. This is a notice form, right? Just go through this, and then we're supposed to go there. Paper 2 now.
Yes, sir. Summary.
All right, ask questions while I open up a paper 2 document.
Summary now, sir. Just touch.
Go back through summary. The summary.
Summary writing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. I have a let me pull up a document that I have. 1 second, guys.
Sir, I like summary because can I use it?
Yeah, summary isn't bad, guys. I don't think summary right. You probably are probably just overthinking it.
Sir, just advise them, sir, because when me we say all right at that type points at totally different.
Exactly.
All right. You guys seen the screen?
Yes, sir.
All right, so the summary writing, it's not much, right? 120 words, as we know. Don't go beyond that. The PWRFC, that's what I use. I'm gonna send this PowerPoint in the group as well. The PWRFC. So what you do, you prepare.
Sir, the document that was on before, so you sent it in the group already?
Yes, that is in the group. That should be in the group.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Okay, so this now, the PWRFC, first do you prepare the rough copy, the revision of the rough copy, the fair copy, the check, and then you're good. All right, let's look at it. So for the summary, you prepare. So this is where you read through the piece that you get. Yeah. Once you read through that, you look at it again. It normally takes 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
then
3 times.
No man, 3 times too much. 3 times kind of too much. But all right. Again, it depends on how fast you move, you know. If you know, say you move fast, by all means, read through it 3 times. But if you move slow, twice. Yeah, depending on you. Good. You read it through and read it slowly. Good. And then you make a rough copy. The rough copy is where you identify your keywords, your key points in each paragraph. Good. You make a list of those, right? And then in order to build your fair copy, you insert your linkages, your and, your but, your for, your so, whatever it is. All right. Then you revise the rough copy. To stay on track with your word count, you reread, you eliminate whatever unnecessary words, whatever repetition, you don't need it. Good? And then you make the fair copy. This is where you start, right? Put pen to paper and writing a summary, right? You're organizing, you're linking your key points, and you're writing about 1 to 2 paragraphs. Again, 120 words, so you don't have a lot to write. Do not write a lot for the summary. You're summarizing. You're not adding on anything. Don't add on anything for your summary. Yeah? All right. Now, this is how they normally do.
The other thing to sir, so when writing summary, you have to remember the follow-up words, like however.
Yes, those are your linkages. Those are your linkages, yeah. Use up your linkages. However you're there for whatever, you use up your linkages. Yeah, that's the format that you'll see. As they always tell you, do not exceed the 120. Once you exceed the 120, you're in deep waters. Good? All right. Now, this is how it would look. I can't go through this for the sake of time. However, again, you're looking for your key stuff.
Sir,
right?
but that's the problem, sir. When me think of the main points and the main points, so that's why I want you go through.
Exactly.
All right. Let's go. All right, let's go through it quickly. Right. Imagine that you get up in the morning with the sweet sound of, do we need that? Ask yourself, do you need that?
No.
We don't need that. That's distracting. You look out and the world sings, do we need that?
No, sir.
Water makes it possible. Do we need that?
They're not, sir.
Maybe.
You maybe need it, so you jot it down. You maybe need it, so you jot it down. Crystal clear water is available right in the comfort of your home. Do you need that?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, maybe.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah.
If you maybe need it, you jot it down. Good. Shortage is not even in the back of your mind because you know the process of getting water that is in the hands of the responsible person. Do we need that?
Too long for a main point, sir.
Might be too long
Yes,
for a
sir.
main
I
point.
think that's the main point of the
All
paragraph.
right.
Sir, that seems
is
too
the
long
main
for a main
point of the
point.
paragraph.
Sir.
The fact that we're so
Listen.
accustomed to having water that shortage is at the back of our minds, sir. That's
Seem
the
like we're at my two
listen.
what dear, sir.
But
We can
one,
talk one
no,
at a
listen,
time,
no, listen,
please,
no.
because I'm
Not-
getting confused.
All right, listen, guys. Natasha, you see same way just a while ago? That is how you summarize. That is how you summarize. You literally say, okay, we realize that short is not even at the back of our mind, right? We say that we understand that we have water in abundance, right? Because that is what you're talking about. Water is in abundance. However, shortages are not necessarily accounted for. We don't factor in shortages. Yeah?
Sir, so tell me what you would put for the main point for that.
Just for this paragraph alone?
Yeah. Somebody
About
said,
shortage. Yes, no, listen, guys. I'm coming to you, Cornelia. We understand that yes, this is long to be a main point. However, that is the main point of this paragraph. What I'm saying as well, right, is that we have to understand that we don't have to write back this exact line. We can summarize, and that is what we're needing to do. Summarize about the shortage. What can we say about the shortage here?
that's what may I
I'll
ask
put
you.
it in our own words, sir.
Put it in your own words. All right, shortage is not even in the back of your mind because you know that the process of getting water to you is in the hands of the responsible person, right? We say here that shortages are, all right.
Shortage is unlikely. Water shortage is unlikely.
So water shortages are unlikely. However, it happened.
It is in abundant.
Huh?
It is abundant. Like
We understand
it's
that water is in fact abundant. However, many people don't factor in water shortages. That's fine.
That is the point.
That's the main point here. But also it talks about what? It's in the hands of responsible persons. So we have to find a way to connect that. But again, we're just jotting them down. We're not writing the summary yet, guys. Just jot that down so we can, because we have to go further down, Are you understanding what I'm saying?
In the exam, them ask if you list the 5 points to sir, because that is 5 marks.
They ask you that?
Yes, sir. They ask us to
list.
Yes, sir.
Within the summary? Within the summary?
Yeah, them tell us if we take out
Before you
there.
write the summary, sir, there are 5 spaces, or you can say 10 to write down your points, the main point, and that's a part of the mark.
Wait, let me go look at that paper. 1 second.
For real.
You also have
You
a blank page as well, sir, that they don't mark where you can put on your jottings and write a pre-summary.
Yeah, that's the jottings. That's the jottings, yeah, man. That's the jottings.
Yes, sir, but they give us a specific space on the paper, at least 10 lines. 1 point each should go on, probably the 2 lines. It depends on how long the point is. That is a mark.
And
so
it worked 5 marks, and then the summary is 20 marks. Everything at 20.
Yes, sir.
What is
Sir,
it?
the whole thing is 25 marks there. 5 marks
So
for
then
the
change up something.
jottings and 20 for the.
Okay.
That's why
All right.
you that put
Repeat the section.
I get what you're saying now. Okay. All right. So seeing that, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 paragraphs. So approximately they'll give you 5 paragraphs. So 1 point from each paragraph, right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but sometimes them something long, the paragraph them longer. I have more than 5 paragraphs. So sometimes, yeah,
sometimes a main point might not necessarily be in the paragraph. That's why I have to read it in full first.
Call them distracting paragraphs.
All right.
Not necessarily distracting, but like you don't like that don't contribute anything to a main point. You
Yeah,
just
that's
add it in information.
It just, like I said, build up.
Yeah.
Extra.
All right. So what we'll do then, guys, we'll have to read through it carefully, right? Some forecasts show.
Sir. Where they have the 5 marks for you to pick out the main points. To me, really it don't really make much sense because all right, me pick a main point out of one paragraph, and out of that same paragraph, somebody else pick a main point, and
guess what?
We hand it in, and it both no hold on, sir. After we pick up the main point and we hand it in, where each of us have both make sense. So why you get what me say, sir?
Maybe there are more than one main point.
Don't worry about it making sense.
I would oppose that. I would say it makes sense.
Alright, sir. I'm sorry.
Why we not get this done tonight?
I would say it just worded different. That's why.
Alright, hold on, guys. I understand.
More than one main point in each paragraph, and that's why I get.
Alright, listen, hold on. I understand, yes, but let's just go through it quickly, yeah? Some forecasts show that by 2025, more than 3 billion people will face water scarcity. But this is not because the world lacks water. The world water crisis is a crisis of management, not one of scarcity. At the global scale, there is enough water to provide water security for all, but only if we change the way we manage and develop it. The scarcity of water is a very relative concept that can only be seriously addressed by looking at a basket of factors, including socioeconomic, technical. Oh, okay. Now
so
again,
this one,
what's
the scarcity part of the water would be the main point.
Yeah, but why you can't just put water scarcity? You have to give me some.
No, you got something they say that I say. You say the scarcity on a global scale. Say that you have to just put your words together. But the main thing is scarcity in this paragraph.
But that's the main thing that we're looking at here is water scarcity. Yeah? Water scarcity is the main thing.
I think it's 1 mark, so I don't think you have to put more than that because they get concept of it.
Yeah, we don't have to. Guys,
so I think if you put water scarcity, it's okay because it's just 1 mark.
It's 1 mark. Don't stress over it. Water scarcity.
Wouldn't it be poor management?
The
main topic of that one, wouldn't it be poor management?
The crisis of management is another one. So we have different ones in the remember there are 5 points that we need to pick out. Yeah. So water scarcity is one. Crisis of management is another, right? So we have 2 main points already. You see? So we're going through them. Water is important to our national economy, to our national economies, our leisure, and even to our culture. The sustainable management of water resources is of central importance of poverty alleviation. The best initiatives of those are that. But guys, listen, they normally give you, you can find the main point for the paragraphs in the first line. You see it?
Sure.
If not the first line, it's in the second line. Yes?
Yeah, my teacher was telling me that like I heard someone say not too long ago that you must just put down water scarcity. So my teacher said even though it's 1 mark, that 1 mark is like,
sir, if you put water scarcity alone, you're not get the mark. So
you get the mark. So like, so my teacher say, remember it's a summary. So it's like when you put down that long sentence, you're gonna rephrase it same way. So like them just want to see the point where you're gonna rephrase. So it makes sense you put down everything and then just rephrasing it one because of that.
Exactly, sir. I saw you have to do it for true. You can't.
So, yeah, I must do because sir, you remember saying the whole thing I talk about water scarcity, you know.
And that me just remember say our first one was that abundant water abundance and surety is very.
Yeah, so this is not talk about water scarcity. They can't just put that circle, you know, get the mark.
No. For the 1 mark, questions, for the 1 mark main points.
Main points.
So you just put everything when you see. Like the whole point because I say I rephrase it.
I mean like I put everything, sir, but just like how say you put water scarcity, but say in the summary, you're not gonna just put water scarcity. But like everything where you're gonna link it to in the summary, better you just put
elaborate on it a little.
Yeah, in the summary you elaborate. But you can't just put water scarcity.
Yes, sir, it's true, sir, because I did a summary, sir, and I just put on like on the public and I get incomplete for it.
So you guys would have known how to structure it then, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay.
Yes,
so structure it accordingly, guys. Structure it accordingly. All right. So for the summary, guys, after you got the main
to be
points,
honest, sir. To be honest, what they're speaking about writing the main the stuff in your own words, like the main idea. I've never actually gotten incomplete. What we do when we're getting the examination at states is that you write the main points. You write the main points exactly how it is in the paragraph. But you're going to while writing your summary now, you write out the main idea, then you write on it in your own words. So the main idea remains the same, but the summary is in your own words.
Sir, that's what me I
And
say.
this make life way easier.
That's what me I say, sir. So you put down what exactly why in the thing there. You can't just put water scarcity. You put where you put. Then the summary you elaborate and paraphrase and explain where you explain. That's how me learn it.
Okay. All right, guys. But we can't spend too long on this. Yeah? We can't spend too long on this. Good? But when we're doing this, just follow this guideline, please. Hold on. Just follow this guideline. I'll tell you I'm going to put this in the thing. Yeah? You extract the key points as you would have done, right? And it's from those key points that you make your final copy. Make sense? So just get the key detail, whatever it makes sense without being unnecessary. From your perspective, you change up the words, you make it make sense. Good, but at the same time, ensure that it stays within the 120. Are we all clear on that? All clear on that?
Yes, sir.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. I'm gonna move a bit quicker now, guys. The comprehension section. Everybody know how to do this section, yeah? Do we have to go through this?
Sir, we don't get comprehension.
We don't get.
Oh, you don't get
Sir, it's mostly writing. We do, sir, like essays, summary, and sir, comprehension will come on paper 1, and they have the multiple choice. But other than that, we don't get it on paper 2.
Okay, but you guys
like
get this though.
Paper
yes,
2.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Paper 2 are just practically pure essay and
the last time I saw it was on 2016 paper.
Man,
sir, it's bare writing. Then why you write from paper 2? Straight
exactly.
I'm doing a bud. Whoa.
Same thing for literature, cause.
All right. Let's tackle it. Now, guys, this is my favorite section. Why? Because this is where I shine in terms of I put myself on the paper. Good, and this is the same that you guys are supposed to do. Here, we're presented with either a picture or words, right? That's still the same format, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what do you guys prefer? I need to know so I can base it off that.
Sir, I prefer the picture.
The picture. I work with the picture, but sometimes
it depends on the picture, sir.
Picture?
Depends on what they give me from that.
Sometimes.
Well, all right. The picture?
Sometimes.
All right, let's do both of them quickly. So now, guys, remember, the picture, it's not always the clearest, right? It's not always the clearest. So what might happen is that you might miss key details that they would have wanted you to elaborate on. However, again, it's still all up to you. So here, for example, you see the main, obviously the boy holding a child. Obviously the situation around them is not the best, right? What you do here is describe as much as possible. In other words, this is where you put your descriptions into play. Your adjectives needs to be on. You cannot write this without adjectives. You cannot write this without adjectives. Good. Let them hear you. Talk about your sensory stuff, your imagery. If you want to put it in the sense of a narrative, if you want to write from the boy's point of view, that's perfect. Good. Cornelia, what you have for me? Talk to me.
Okay, sir. So I was saying that I think back in like from 2018 or so, they used to have the descriptive writing, but we used to have trouble writing descriptive writing because we normally mix it up with a story. So like when we're writing a descriptive writing, it's like a story, so they combine it. So for real, like when you're writing your story, you should ensure that like you're describing, creating a picture, painting a picture, right? So like if you say a pencil, don't just say a pencil, put yellow before it, put like a bright pencil. Let them imagine it, basically.
Be descriptive.
Yes, sir.
That is what you want,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Guys, you can put it from a narrative perspective, right? You can be the boy. Huh?
No, so I was telling you to not confuse it with description, because description is general. So like you don't really use any adjectives or anything. Description is just like saying there is a pencil on the table and you don't really say anything about the pencil. You just describe everything generally.
Sir, sometimes I feel like they over describe and it just show everything.
Yeah.
Sir, me just never get it. Sir, me never get that before, sir. I
You
can't
over-describe?
get it. No.
Okay, all right. When you think that you're over describing, you probably are. What you just need to do is yeah. So what you need to hold on one second. What you probably need to do is just tone down as it pertains to that and focus more on the plot. It's probably because you didn't write out what you intend to do with the picture, right? So what I suggest is that you have a plot. Well, not a plot, like a write-out sheet where you want what you want to write about, probably what you're going to write on each paragraph on, as well as your ideal length, as well as stay in the parameters. Don't go outside of that. Good?
Sir?
Make sense? Yes?
What my teacher said to make a story a great one is to use more than one narrative techniques. Like you would use dialogue, you would use I don't remember all of them, but you should the like 5 or more narrative techniques in a story. That's a good story.
Exactly. I know why, and don't forget the figurative devices. Use up the similes, use up the person, use up the metaphor. Guys, we know them not just for knowing them sake, but to use them. CSEC wants to them. Talk about
What you gonna do? What's in a good bonding, sir? What you gonna do?
That's why you practice them. Go for them. You just find one. The hurricane came in as swift as lightning. I mean as quick as the blink of an eye. So stuff like that. Use up your personification if you want to throw in a 1-2 metaphor. You understand what I'm saying?
And your third person or your first person limited. Not third person limited or your first person as in POVs.
Use them up. All right. I want to talk about these as well, right? The story which includes these sentences. Now, guys, for this section, I want us to picture not only picture the all right, got that done. Okay, good. Right. So, for example, he wiped his eyes, he looked again at the screen and was sure he was not seeing right. No, his screen is not true. That can be at the start, that can be in the body, that can be at the end. Good? It's a write a story which includes these sentences, as long as the sentences are in the body of the piece that you're writing, it is perfectly fine. Am I making sense?
Wait, sir, 1 minute. Is 2 hours and 40 minutes they're giving us, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh.
So I don't know how you're going to divide it, but again here it says what? To write a story that includes
time is 40 minutes per essay, and then probably the list.
Yeah, 45 minutes, I think, for the
40 to 45. Yeah, 40 to 45. But again, just ensure that there's enough time to if you know that you work slow and we have enough time to read over, just ensure that you're time conscious. Good. So for this, guys, just use up your personifications. If you don't know some, look up some on the internet. Yeah, look them up on the internet now before you go to your bed or early morning before you write the paper. Look up some of them so you can use them in something. Yeah, make it sound good. Use up the adjectives. Look for some descriptive words if you have to. Make sense?
Yes,
making
sir.
sense, guys?
Yes.
So use up the figurative devices, the everything. Yeah. Kenny, I think you had your hand up. Who had the hand up?
No, sir.
Okay.
No,
that's
sir,
it.
Lord.
Okay. So guys, I want to say that's it. Argument. You guys do have arguments. Is it the argument?
Yes,
section D?
yes, sir.
What's section D?
That is the broad topic.
We have another one to write after that?
Yes, sir.
No, somebody
Sir, they have given is there 3 or 2 essays we have to write, and plus the summary, and plus yes, sir, 4 things up on paper, sir.
It's a story. It's
Short story, the
and the
argumentative, and you have this. Sir, they want to stress you out, kill me.
All right, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna send the send this PowerPoint.
Sir, could you please go through argumentative quickly, sir, if you can?
All right. Which one you guys want me to use? 7 or 8?
We do not need to be concerned about global warming and climate change. The environment needs.
Sir, I guess 8, sir. 8 is more recent,
sir. 8, sir, because they can be on the fence. In between.
All right. If the youth today appear lost, then the previous generations have somehow failed in their responsibilities to nurture their own offspring. Huh?
I said that's the question I did for my mock exam, number 8.
Okay. So what I suggest here is you restate the mood or the topic, and then you give a little introductory statement about talking about the youth.
You must have a hook.
Yes, that's your hook. That's a hook. That's a hook.
Sir, no, sir, but you should state the hook before you state back.
Yes, sir.
No. I said to have the wait. What did I say? To have the introductory statement.
Yes, sir.
Guys,
but you should have the hook before the introduction.
Yes. Yes, that's what I'm. Guys, I'm so tired.
And then you list your point, your view.
Have the hook first, and then you talk about whether you're agreeing, supporting, or opposing the mood. Yeah? And then that is where you would restate the mood in the supporting or the opposing. Then
but this sir, about number 8, so you just give your views. So
you can be in between opposing or proposing.
Whatever you want to do, as long as it's talking about it, yeah?
So I think argumentative, you have to go from both perspective. That's what I've been hearing all along. So you'll be going against for and against it all in the one written piece. That's what I've been hearing.
No, it's either you're supporting or you're opposing.
Oh my gosh, why am I confused in my head? Oh, okay, sir.
I'm telling you that. No, it's either you're supporting the mood or you're opposing the mood. It's one or the other.
Okay, sir. This is much more simple.
Yeah, man, it's one or the other. It's either you're supporting it or you're opposing it. So either you believe that yes, the previous generation failed in nurturing their own offspring, or you say no. Yeah? And then you probably define your key terms. Everybody know about that, yeah? You're defining your key terms, and then you go right into it. You talk about
Sir, my teacher said you should, for it to you should say the following points. After you don't state it, the following points will be discussed below. And then you go into the order.
Yes, and you guys can use firstly, secondly, and thirdly, or lastly, but most definitely
or in addition to
sequencing, because sequencing is an organizational pattern, I think, or something like that. So along with problem solving and stuff.
Remember your persuasive techniques.
Yeah, you're supposed to have a counter argument.
Oh yes, like it might be said that, and then that is where you shut that down quick, you know. So it might be said that the parents are stressed out, but then you shut that down and you say, oh, the parents are supposed to play their roles, regardless of stress or anxiety. You guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes, guys. It can
so that is where you use it.
It can be a rhetorical question. It can be a
use up the persuasive techniques then. You understand what I'm saying? You use up either the facts, the opinions, either you're going to throw in rhetorical questions, your repetition. Aren't parents supposed to be the future leaders of our country?
They can even use proverbs.
Use up the proverbs.
Bible verses.
Anything you want to use up. Yeah?
But it honestly depends
make it persuasive.
Yeah, honestly, my teacher had warned me about the religious aspects, and
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
know
yeah. I
who
don't.
marking your
Yeah, I don't.
paper.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't want to use too much. You know, drop in 1 and 2 or so, but don't fill it up with it.
Yeah, a 1 and 2 might be fine, but again, as Kenny just said, just remain cognizant that not everybody might be a Christian, and not everybody might be a You understand what I'm saying? Probably a 1 and 2 fine, you might get away with it, but don't only use that. Use up different techniques. Use up your rhetorical question. So like for this one, for example, we can say, aren't parents supposed to be the saving grace? Aren't parents supposed to do this and that? Aren't that, you understand? Use up the repetition.
I say something like, I say, are we responsible for our children's future? So when they say, are we, actually I relate to them and I make them looking at themselves. And
that is where the persuasive technique lies.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying?
Emotional appeal, sir. Emotional appeal.
The emotional appeal. So you use up the persuasive techniques. You use up your emotive language, right? You use up the proverbs that they say, if you want fleeing, say what the one what's about every child? No.
Sir,
it takes a village to raise a child or something that is
leave the stuff and don't spoil the child. Something
fear
like
the rod and
yes, sir, that.
Yeah, no matter. Yeah. So use them up, guys, and you guys should be fine. And also just remain cognizant, 250 to 300 words, so don't write no long sitting. Yeah. And just keep it short and keep it spicy.
So we should still maintain paragraph also, right?
Yes. Paragraph formats. Don't deviate from it. Keep the paragraphs and make sure that they're strong, they're healthy, and don't forget what you're talking about. So keep it at the forefront. And also jot down the points that you want to write as it pertains to the guys, I'm losing my train of thought. As it pertains to the mood. Whatever, yes, the mood. Thank you. Yes, the mood. As it pertains to the mood, jot down what you want to talk about so you don't forget it. Yeah, and you said I did want to talk about that. Yeah, so jot that down and then.
Sir, I think. So I think when you're jotting down those points, also try to go through it in your head to see what can I add to this to make it a strong paragraph. Sometimes you might make a point, but you don't really focus on it to say how much information you could actually stretch it out with. That's so bad. You know what I mean? Sense. Like to make it longer.
Yes.
Because
I
some
agree.
points you can't really add a lot of information to it.
And use up the examples as well. To make it even
my
better.
Teacher say the more examples you have, the better the mark will be, because it's mostly the examples they want.
Excellent. You see? So whether you're supporting or you're opposing, make sure you talk sensible and make sure that even yourself is convinced. If you can't convince yourself, you can't convince nobody else. Yeah? So if you read it over and say, boy, this doesn't sound good, boy, you're not deep water. But you'll be fine because you guys will have done all the work, and so everybody good now? You can come bed?
Yes, sir. And thank you very much.
No problem. Guys, I know that you'll do well. Just take time, go through, breathe, send up the prayer and say, God, take over and thing on.
Can send us a note, please? I'm not going to.
Otavia, I don't know if Otavia is still there, but Otavia was asking you to start with rhetorical question. And I remember my teacher saying that you're not supposed to start with that. You should try starting with like a quote so like you can make up a quote so you can say,
because it's basically a hook to catch you readers.
We just go and say that's what you're referring to.
Sir, by the person who is reading should be able to tell what you're going to talk.
Yes, I agree. I will do, Lillian, don't worry. Yes, I agree. So all good now?
You can send the handout, please.
The hand, you mean this PowerPoint that just pull up?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna put them in the group now. I'm gonna put them in the group now. Yeah. All right.
Send it before.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yes, I'm sending it right now. I'm sending it right now.
I just want to know if I'm me alone not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Why?
No,
No, guys, listen to me. Probably go bed like 11:30 or so, but don't make 12 o'clock catching up, please, because we need the rest.
Now when the exam go book pump.
But go see them asleep tomorrow.
That's the thing. On the need for go. No, guys, on the need rest and taking the vitamins and take. Yeah.
You don't want to back catch it up.
It's important.
will be.
And
No,
drink
you
up
know,
with the
at 12
water.
o'clock, catchy.
Drink on the water. All right, guys, come. Somebody asked me to pray for you guys. All right, come. All right, quick. Let's do a quick prayer. All right, Father, thank you for another day. We thank you for the session. We thank you for everything that was done today. We just ask that, you know, you just help everybody who came out. You know, just continue to guide them, allow them to be at rest, be at ease, be at calm, because you know that you will work in their favor. So just be with them even now. We thank you for the session. We thank you for everything that you've done. And we're claiming victory because we know that everybody will just do good and mash it up in your name. Amen. Guys,
Amen.
we're getting a rest. I'm gonna do anything. I'm gonna mash up the exam. And I want to see my phone blowing up tomorrow when I come out of the exam. Don't stress out. Yeah. Don't
When
stress out
results
yourself.
come, you get
I'm not
blow
doing
up.
anything. And follow the YouTube channel, guys, so you can stay updated and thing. So take care of yourself. I'm gonna go
Teach
sleep.
math as well?
Yeah, man, so big up yourself.
Math as well?
If what?
If you teach maths as well.
No, I don't teach maths. But I have
okay.
Sebastian and so. The marathon then we go on for maths already, but I don't know if we're gonna do another one closer to the time. Probably I'll ask Sebastian on your behalf. But when I just go mash up the exam, yeah.
Sure, drop the YouTube link one more time.
Okay,
the YouTube link. Hold on. This is the
joined late, so the things that have already been gone.
All right. All right. This is the WhatsApp group. If you all right, I'm gonna send the YouTube link in the channel so you guys can watch can rewatch the videos and so, and make sure to subscribe and thing so you can stay updated. Yeah. All right. So take care, guys. Go sleep. No problem, guys. All right, take care.
We appreciate you so much.
Yeah, man, no problem, guys. I just want to hear. Yeah, man, take care.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, man, no problem, guys. Take
Thank
care.
you, sir.
Take it easy, guys. Yeah, man, no problem.
My dirty food friend, then we're gonna mash up